So what had happened is our three heroes and their guide came up the stairs to the top layer of the temple. If you want to know what the temple originally looked like the outside view, there it is. So our heroes are basically up here right now. They already kind of waded their way through everything below. And as they emerged, they could see that someone had gone to some effort to plant plants up here in like boxes. There's some tapestries of natural landscapes and one of a big ocean. Someone had even tried to grow a tree here. So somebody clearly had put some effort into trying to naturize the place up a little bit. And then upon the big golden throne, looking straight out of the open archway to survey the kingdom of desert all around, was a lady with kind of dark brown hair, with a ornate bow laying across her lap, and a big pile of bags kind of packed and full of who knows what. As they walked up, she kind of like turned to see them and said,
"Your request for an audience with the Queen of Erosha has been granted. Please state your..." And that's when I looked up and I was like, "Oh shit! You're Arconians! You taking me back finally? This place is such a snooze fest. Let's go." And I stand up.
All right.
Who are you, by the way? I figured it'd be somebody I knew, like one of my friends.
Gore, we're under the impression that this is a bad person, correct?
So what you had heard, what you had heard is the recent dwellings that you came from, where you use this to kind of barter to get some supplies and a couple of camels, which died. But you've got new camels. But they had told you don't want to go there because there's an evil, demonic entity that lives there with his diabolical queen. So that's what you recall.
Okay, so I'm going to take a few steps up the stairs towards her very slowly and pulling my mace out of its hilt. All right now, honey, let's just calm down. Why don't you tell us where he is, okay? This doesn't have to end ugly, I promise you. We can get out of this. No harm, no bloodshed. Just, I'm going to be looking around the room. Just tell me where he is. No sudden movements now, okay?
I'm completely calm, by the way. I guess I just got a little excited to finally see someone here from Arconis. Really, really ready to get out of here. I'd rather do that.
Oh,
all right.
She's trapped. She's trapped here, so we gotta...
Maybe... Are you blink? Okay, blink once if you are in trouble.
Well, I'm not
she blinked like
trouble.
3 times.
Did she blink? How many times?
I'm trying not to
6?
blink.
I can't.
I'm not in trouble, but I would like to go back to my hometown.
Now, okay, are you being trapped here? Or are you being held here against your will?
No, I'm the Queen of Erosha, obviously. Do you see the crown on my head?
Yeah, we've heard your lordship.
Some
we've
people
also
say the Dark Crown, the Dark Queen, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me, a
right,
person of the light. So,
right, the Dark Queen. We've heard that. We've also heard that you might be in cahoots with someone else, possibly.
Oh, are you thinking of Lord Nefen Rakara? That's probably who you're actually looking for. I'm quite innocent of this whole situation. You can put your weapon down, okay?
Well, I think I'm just going to hang on to it like this for just a moment. Now,
do what you have to do.
This Dark Lord you're speaking of, where may he be?
And I kind of like look around kind of nervously. He's away on business, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of glad about it, too. I didn't really like having him around. He's really clingy to... Oh, my God, so clingy.
All right, how long has he been gone on his business, huh?
I don't know, like a year or so.
Oh. I I know you guys are gonna get mad at me about this, but I gotta roll an insight. Well, I guess not against a player. Okay, no, that's silly. It's silly. Okay. Fanifer, you seeing anything over there?
I'm not quite sure. I'm looking under these planter boxes to see if like there's a demon just
chilling underneath a box.
Just like
be careful with
I'm like
the
looking
plants.
in the dirt.
I've spent many a months on those.
I'm sorry. These are beautiful. These chrysanthemums. These are gorgeous, baby. You're
I'm
doing great
planning
work
on
in
taking
here.
all of them with me.
Oh. Okay, well,
Lasticus, you picking up anything over there, sweetheart?
Sweetheart.
One sec.
Sweetheart before.
Well, I just met you a little bit ago. There's
first
plenty.
time for everything.
There's plenty of pet names I'm going to throw around at you, boy.
Well, Sweetheart doesn't seem to really fit my me.
How about darling? Is that work?
How about pudding?
How about honey?
How about sweet cake?
He seems to. If I may interject, I don't.
yeah,
you
sorry,
know, I'm not a part of this party, but maybe he has a name he'd like to go by. Like I like to tell people. You probably already know this, but I am Queen Lyra. The Queen part's new. Lyra, the legendary ranger, as I'm sure you've heard many times. But now the Queen part, I like to attach to the front of it. What about you? What's your name? What you like to be called?
Your Majesty, if I may ask a question.
Yes.
Does Nefen does he like plants and nature?
No, he really despises it, to be honest.
But he let you plant all these things around.
Well, like I said, he was clingy. He wanted me to be his queen and did all these things for me. And I said, you know what, Nefen, this place is full of sand. I want some plants. So he just said, whatever you would like, my lady. And I was able to do whatever I wanted.
I had an ex just like that. I totally get it. I totally get it.
It's pretty nice, a little annoying, but such is the life when you're living in the middle of nowhere and there's sand everywhere and literally nothing to do. So if we could just go.
Now when you say this person's on business, what type of business are you talking?
I think just Dark Lord business.
That's pretty terrible.
Right. So give me a couple.
So.
Yeah, give me a couple examples of that. I'm just curious.
Well, he had this strange habit of like blood sucking and like some.
Oh my word.
Whenever he did magic, I'd see like dark black clouds coming out of his room and really stuff I didn't want to be involved with, to be honest. But he liked me so much.
Hey, Fan, are you sensing anything off this one here?
Let me just give her a little sniff. See what I got. See what I can catch off.
Are you?
Sorry,
did you say you're gonna sniff me?
Let me just get a little whiff.
Oh yeah.
Don't
you just put your weapon down before you get close to me, please?
Just give it time for a little sniff.
I am a queen.
I'm just gonna sniff you. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to. Oh, do I actually have that? I might not have that.
Okay,
like
miss.
Sense good and evil, something like that. I'm sure you do.
Fenifer is your name, right?
Yes.
Fenifer. All right. If you must sniff, then you may sniff the hand.
Sniff your hand.
Sniff my hand.
I actually don't have that one prepared.
Okay.
I think.
But I'm still gonna sniff your hand.
Okay.
Well, I think that's an ability, right?
I think you have an ability.
Is it an ability? Okay, I was looking at spells.
Yeah, I mean, you have,
It's like divine sense or
divine
something like
sense
that, right?
will allow you to sense the strong,
give me
the presence of strong evil.
Yes.
If that's what you're thinking of, yeah.
I would like to define her sense.
Define it?
Well, because
what kind of notes
I don't
are in
need to
my
define
scent?
it. I need to define it.
Yes. Experience the tannins of her scent of her hand.
Is there a macro you want me to punch or just go for it?
I think it should be under the class.
Class.
Oh, the class one.
Yeah.
It should say something like divine sense.
Yeah, divine
I got
sense is what it is. That's the one.
There we go.
Yep.
Noxious odor.
So I'm just
You
gonna
might
give
smell something unpleasant. I promise it's not evil.
Let's take a look here. Let me just come on. Give me the wrist. Come on. That's where the good
Already?
smell is.
Here you go.
No, I need the wrist, not the other side, where the evil sits. On the inside.
Where the
of your
evil
wrist.
sits.
Turn it over. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now what do I? Just my
All right.
little
Okay,
snipper
yeah.
snip.
So with Lyra, where the hell is it on this sheet? Should be
Good
in the
question.
core stats, right?
I don't know where it lives.
Yeah, where the hell?
Background.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. There it is. Okay. Okay. So yeah. It's so the immediate vicinity, irradiating from the lady standing by the throne. You certainly do not get a sense of unpleasantness coming from her. So you can kind of get a strong sense that she's not altogether bad. However, there is also a strong underlying noxious smell that is all around you. Like, you discern that maybe she herself is not particularly bad, but this place is inherently bad.
Okay. Okay. Well. All right. You're fine. Tiffany, come here. Come here. All right.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. What's going on? What's up?
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
little dose no here for a second.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What's up?
Okay, so the little one, she smells fine. She doesn't smell that evil. But
Okay,
I'm telling you, there is not enough petunias in this whole place to cover up the smell of the evil in this place. We got to get out of here. This is not good.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know if that guy's gonna come back. We gotta lay in wait for him.
Well, it sounds like he's been gone for. Darling, are you expecting him back by any time? Your king, your liege, your whatever?
Oh no.
Your husband?
Husband? Are you a couple? Are you an idol?
We just dated briefly, that's all.
Oh.
Okay, your beau, perhaps.
Oh yeah, your bow. That's good. It's good. Oh, all right. You're not getting anything off of her. You're not picking up any evil scent.
No, she smells fine. She's not more than a normal person. Just kind of probably make a bad decision.
Then
once
we
in a
can
while,
leave then.
All right. Oh,
I'm gonna stand up and be like, "Sir, my bags are right there. If you'd like to take those."
All right.
He
She
doesn't.
also has
That's Scholasticus. Then,
she also has like a big brooch, a big gold brooch of a lion's head with two like small emeralds for eyes. You should be able to see that.
we
Does
would
this look like
recognize that
the-
as,
yeah,
the other
the
things we
lions?
saw.
Yep.
The other sigils. Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
yes, my bags. I mean, you haven't spoken a lot, so I just kind of assume you're like the lackey of these two. Is that true?
You do look a bit
no.
scruffy as well, don't you?
He's just. I mean, we don't want to be rude, but I mean, look at the size of his arms. It's not like he's carrying much. Okay, so we're not trying to overload him.
Oh, Lasky, stick up for yourself, young man. Talk to her. Tell her what's what.
I don't want to.
Very good.
Wait, you don't want to tell her what's
You don't
what,
want
or you don't want to
talk
carry
to
your
her.
bags? Yeah, which one?
Oh, I guess that is important.
Both. Yeah, both. I don't want to carry anything for her, and I don't want to be to stand up for myself.
I
Oh.
So, just to interject, so Naomi this time, Naomi, your guide, has been standing at the archway, kind of looking out at everything, and she kind of comes back and she says, "So, the camels
Yes?
that we kind of just abandoned at the bottom of the stairs,
Oh,
those
yeah, right.
people at the oasis are making off with them."
Oh.
Well, what's the oasis?
Well.
Or away from the oasis?
Towards the oasis.
Oh, well, we have to go there anyway before we leave.
Oh, we do. There's a lot of people over there that aren't happy that we're here.
I know. And I'll be honest, it's kind of 50-50 with them whether they'll want to worship me or kill me whenever I see them. We could just find out, and We need some water there at the
I
oasis.
feel like
so-
our odds are better than yours. They're queen. That's kind of crazy, don't you think?
Well, I think Lord Nefen kind of came into this whole situation by force or something. So, they fear me, certainly, as one should, a queen. But, also they probably want to kill me. Maybe.
So we're just gonna go over there and roll the dice and see what happens.
Absolutely, yes.
No, we don't roll dice here.
Well, I mean,
What? Oh,
That's only when he gets with his other nerdy
Um.
friends and plays humans and house play.
Can you give me? I can't move.
stupid.
I can't move my token, Gore. Just so you know.
And you never will.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oops.
And I
Yeah,
slapped
because I added it after I had done the thing that I do. So let
what
me
if
fix
we-
it for you.
Wait. Why
There you go.
haven't you tried leaving before, Your Majesty?
Oh, I have on a number of times, but honestly, I just kind of, felt very a lot of empathy for the whole situation, and I thought, well, Lord Nefen has gone somewhere, and these people, they do need a ruler. And though I really don't like being here, I accept my station in life as queen.
now when you say these people, who are you referring to?
Well, all of Erosha, of course.
And now you're just going to abandon them like that?
Do they know you're their queen?
There's a
It's
lot
about
of questions.
50-50 also.
Okay, right.
The thing is, I took it upon myself, but listen, if it's just between the four of us, or five of us from
well,
our
6 of
code,
us.
the
six
six
of
of
us.
us,
Of course, Pilor.
Always listening.
Always listening.
No
Interesting.
secrets between me and Pelor, but go ahead.
I'm just so bored here. Like really, really bored.
So what happens if you leave, though?
At one point I just thought, I don't even care.
Oh,
But don't tell that to them though, because I am their queen.
Well, of course. Yeah, no problem. We won't tell anyone.
I'm sorry. I have to ask.
Yes.
Did you try to kill us just now?
With what?
Those jackal things downstairs that sprung out and attacked us.
Oh no, those are just my gods.
So you did try to kill us.
Oh no, I don't. They see somebody enter. Usually it's not you, it's someone else trying to kill me. So yes, I let them attack however they want.
They have free reign to attack whatever they wish.
How many times have people entered here trying to kill you?
I don't know. I've been quite busy with my plants, obviously.
so how are you serving the people exactly? Other than just
Well, I
murdering
do a
them every
little
time
of
they-
this, a little of that, but the main thing is my bags are right there, and we could just leave.
Huh.
The main thing is,
So if we go down with you, we're not going to get attacked by those things anymore.
Oh no, honey, I have a system. All right, I can get around here. All the traps that have been laid out, we could just brush right by. Don't worry about it. We'll walk out the door. Now, our first obstacle will be the people by the oasis, because we do need to get as much water as we can.
I
What
agree. We are running a bit down on water. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to suggest, what if we disguised her so she doesn't look so queenly? Like, maybe take the crown off to start.
Well,
Oh,
but she's
no,
also
I like the crown. No, thank you.
Well,
she's also saying that might actually make them not want to attack her. So
It's true. We don't know.
well, what if they come up to us and they're like, no, we're
Yes.
not going to attack. And then they start to attack. And we're like, ta-da, we have the queen. Never mind.
well,
Okay.
but we know they want to attack us. They have every time.
But what if, with her being with us, they think we're kidnapping her?
Well, she'll tell them that we aren't, obviously.
Right.
I say we
Oh.
just feel it out.
I mean, we can make quick work of them if they do try to stay in our way. Right?
Exactly.
Of course. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd rather not if they don't need to be, but
Well, I don't care if they stand in the way of the Lord, the P-Lord, then they're going to have to be dealt with.
Is this what your god wants?
If someone stands in our way on our mission that is given to us from him, then absolutely yes.
she's right. When she's right, she's right.
When I'm right, I'm right. Let me tell you, because I am nothing but a conduit from the Lord. I am always right.
What about the treasure?
treasure?
What treasure?
Well, there has to be some treasure. It's a temple, after all.
Oh, well, I've pretty much spent all of that.
Oh, there's a pretty huge, massive gold chair right there.
Fertilizer is very expensive in the desert.
Probably weighs, you know,
Well, I mean,
close to half a
how
ton.
how do you think I paid for this new throne? You think it looks like this when I got here? No, it was like bones all strung together. It's gross.
so there isn't like a secret room or something that's usually common.
I have explored every part of this place. There's no secret rooms with tons of treasure. I'm sure of it.
Who cares about treasure? Just material things. It's not important.
Yeah, Elasticus, what are you trying to get?
Stuff.
Some kind of goodie?
You've been traveling with me for 6 months. This is
Right.
what I do. I mean, I search.
Oh,
I thought you looked for like bones and
Are you
ruins
like
and
an
stuff, not
arch-
treasure.
what is your profession, Elasticus?
I'm a dungeon delver. A finder of rare items and artifacts,
Oh.
stuff like that.
Well, I could give you a couple of those. You could have this brooch that I have after we get out.
See, there you go.
Oh, there you go. How nice.
Everybody wins.
There's probably a couple things in my bag I could give to you too. Oh, let me check my bag here. Oh, I'm gonna take out like a pot. This thing is old. Now, I'm
Oh.
talking really old. I'm gonna hand it to you. I've cooked so
Ooh.
many eggs in that.
Oh,
There
and
you go.
used.
It's seasoned. That's
Season.
perfect.
That's what you need to do anyways. When you get a new pot, you got to season it. She's
Cast
already done the
iron.
work.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, and it's used by a queen. That's got to.
I'm gonna have to show you how to wash it correctly so you don't get rid of all
You
the
don't
seed.
use soap. Don't
Mhm.
use soap. That's
Don't scrub
blasphemous.
it.
Don't you scrub it.
Just gonna look at the pot. It's a basic pot, right? There's nothing special about it.
It's a basic pot.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it on top of her bags and be like, that's nice, thank you. And I'm gonna take a few steps.
And
You're
it's
welcome.
seasoned with eggs.
Yeah. So we just go at the where Naomi is.
Well, let me gather my plants.
Oh,
I
you're
should
gonna
have done
carry
this
all.
beforehand.
I'm sorry. All of them?
All of them.
That's an incredibly large amount of plants.
And
maybe
you,
just-
you never
it
know
out.
Are
when
you
some
like-
flowers are going to come in handy. Trust me.
So is Lyra just kind of going and plucking them
I'm,
up
like
by the
plucking
roots
them.
out
Yeah,
of the dirt?
Like, it's clearly the wrong way to do it.
Maybe shouldn't you take like a flower or something to propagate a little leaf
Yeah,
or
I don't
something?
Like a
think we're gonna have enough water to keep those alive. Just
Too late. I got
FYI.
them all already.
Oh.
Alright, yeah.
So she's walking around with a big clump of dirt.
I'm
dirt
telling you
falling
right
to the
now.
floor.
These will save our lives. Probably today.
Okay.
Well, who am I to judge? All right,
Right,
let's go.
okay.
Let's
You say
grab those
so.
roses right up. Let's go.
All right. Maybe you, miss in the back. Could you help with my bags, perhaps?
She will shrug and go over and pick up the bags.
Yes. Okay.
We keep her
So,
in the party forever.
I don't know
So
why
you're
you
heading
guys
down the
went up.
stairs?
I'm gonna go here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Where are you going?
Oh, come check this out. I don't
All right.
remember how
These
it
are
works
those ones we
score,
saw.
but
Okay, but you're gonna
use it.
activate it?
Yeah.
Okay, so she stands on it, and basically you see her kind of like her skin begins to kind of like dissipate into sand, and her whole body collapses into a whirlwind of sand and goes whoosh, and then disappears, and she is gone.
Oh my!
Oh my stars!
Is that good?
And then of
Is she
course,
good?
Lyra, you materialize down a level on the other one.
Was she just a sand person the whole time? Did we just get that real wrong?
Well, you didn't say anything was wrong with her, right?
Well, a sand person. What would be evil about a sand person? I don't know. I
I'm
don't think
gonna
so.
go over and try to discern how she did that. Like knowing it was a magical effect, a magical device of sorts.
All right. Are you just trying to use your knowledge to figure that out? Are you actively using any kind of magical spells?
My knowledge mostly.
Okay, give me a Arcana then.
All right.
Knowledge Arcana roll.
First 20, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
Almost there.
So yeah, clearly, Clearly, it is some kind of magical portal. But that's all I'm going to tell you right now.
We didn't hear her say anything when she had to.
No, right? She did not say anything. But bear in mind, it is to describe this thing again, it is about an inch off the ground. It's kind of inlaid into the ground, so you know it's deeper than that. It's just about big enough for one person to stand on, and it has an embossed lion's head carved into the base of it. You get the impression that there is some kind of synergy between the gold brooch that she was wearing and the gold floor piece.
Okay, so I suspect that if I just walk onto it, nothing's going to happen because I don't have that brooch. Right?
If that's what you suspect, that's fine.
That's my suspicion.
You can suspect that.
I'm gonna just stand on top of it and then do like a ridiculous little twirl, like in the same direction as the sand. Like, you do not turn into sand. You basically do a pirouette on a gold platform, and you look quite lovely.
Well, that was beautiful, last kiss. Wow. Quite nimble.
I think we need to take.
In fact, give me an athletics roll.
Okay. Damn you, Gore. Here's my 20. Here's my 20. Let's go.
Oh, 19. Yeah, he did it with incredible poise and grace.
Yeah, I took ballet when I was 12.
He probably took ballet as a child, yeah.
So nimble.
You got some moves there, last kiss. Didn't know you had that in you.
You start to hear the sound of the sand again as I start materializing back up.
Oh, watch out now,
I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, yep. Yeah, it takes about 3 to 4 seconds, and the sand reappears, and it reconstructs itself, kind of building from the legs upwards.
I completely forgot. You need one of these things.
Okay.
Do I have more than one, Gore?
You do not.
Okay.
Only you and Lord Nefen have had one of those.
You know, I never know why people try to go through the temple to kill me. This way's much faster. This way, please.
Right, she's a sassy one, isn't she?
That only goes down one level to the roof.
Oh.
It doesn't. There's no.
Is there a door to go down?
There's been here for
there is. Yeah, no, you can. You can go all the way down.
Okay, we'll just take the stairs to the next level here.
Okay, so you guys all want to just go out?
Sure.
Yes, we are leaving.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So in that case, you go from rooftop to rooftop to rooftop.
It makes more of a grand entrance when you're descending down to the citizens.
Make you more lyricized.
So I get that brooch when we return to our cones, right?
I promised it. You shall have it. In fact, I'll give it to you after we leave the temple, really.
Okay. Yep, so you come out the door here, you go down the stairs here, you continue down the stairs here, through the top of the archway here, and are now at the base of that little dome-like structure that has the 3 sets of stairs. So absolutely, you could have gone all the way to the top of the temple without ever setting a foot inside of it. But who would have known to do that unless you were someone that lived here? Okay.
Oh, these stairs. Are we just about done? Because my biscuits are buttered, let me tell you. I am chafing in this suit. I can't do another set. I hope we're almost done.
Well, at least we got gravity on our side. Does gravity exist?
Why
gravity?
Is there
work?
Is there a Newton in D&D?
Well, even
Newton doesn't exist.
Even if somebody didn't figure out what gravity is, it does function. So it is here.
We got the push on our side, so that's what we call it.
The push.
The push.
I always called it
the push.
I always called
We
it
said,
the.
nope, not yet.
That's the love of Pelor pushing down on
He
you.
says, you're not ready. Come on back
He
down.
says, stay down there on this earth ethereal
You got
plane.
more work to do.
You got more work to do in my name. It's that Pelor push.
I always called it the pull down. You know?
Well, no. It's not a pull, it's a push. Pelor's pushing down, huh? You got it all backwards.
As we get to the bottom,
See, little man?
as we get to the bottom, I'm going to kind of like point towards the oasis. And be
Okay.
like, isn't it beautiful? That's my pride and joy here.
You did that?
Oh yes.
I mean, you can see the
Lord
extra
defended.
camels there. You can also see a bunch of those Bedouin warriors that attacked you in the ruins are all in and around that vicinity. There's probably about 25 of them at a guess.
Okay.
I haven't put
No,
them
I can
all
do more
on
than
here,
just
but
make.
yeah.
I can do a lot more than just make beautiful flowers. I can do that, which is why some people do worship me. I
need
guess.
to resize you guys to be more appropriately. There you go.
Ooh,
You can just
okay.
make an oasis in the middle of the desert?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
why
one of the
don't you
things
just make
as
another?
queen that I provide.
Why don't you just make another one without a bunch of people over on this side?
It's a little more difficult than that. We can discuss it later.
All right, so are we going to go over there and talk to these people? Because again, they're not too happy that we are here.
I know. Let's roll with it. We really need some water before we leave. It's the only place we can get it.
The last time we tried to get water, it turned to sand.
No, this one won't turn to sand.
Okay, good, because I'm thirsty.
All right, so you lead the way then.
Already ahead of you.
Yes, thank you, Miss Lyra. All right.
Okay. So you guys start heading in their direction. Some of those that were kind of watching, as soon as you start moving there, you notice that many of them draw their swords or their scimitars, their spears, and between the tents they start to make like a defensive line, ready to attack you, either by charging headfirst towards you or at least waiting for you to get close. You hear one of them scream, "The infidel are coming! The infidel are coming!"
Yeah. See now, Miss Lyra, I told you this is what happened last time. Could you stop this, please?
It's fine. Ahem. I'm trying to get the attention of the people looking at us.
So you're going at home.
I'm trying to stand taller than I am.
Okay, really kind of push yourself out there. What happens is you notice that they all looks of shock appear on their face, which are quickly replaced by looks of terror as they go, "She has come down! The vile queen! Oh, run away! Run for your lives!" And they all start leaping on camels and they start tearing off past the oasis, leaving their tents as if they had just seen potentially the most terrifying entity anybody has ever seen.
Those are our camels.
Well, that was mighty convenient, but
They're taking our camel.
That
a
worked
little
out well.
hurtful,
Come
I
on.
would say.
Oh,
Tiffany,
Oh. All right.
And I just walk up, casually, stroll.
There's still like a little campfire there with some roasting desert hares and stuff on spits.
Let's eat.
There is some wine and stuff situated around. I mean, it's a fairly comfortable little setup. Each of the tents has got large blankets and huge, big, puffy cushions and stuff for comfort. There are some hookah pipes that are slowly, just allowing a little element of smoke to drift out from. The dwelling of a small gathering, a small caravan of people that have just very hastily abandoned it. Now, the oasis itself, other than the fact that the trees, first of all, they're deciduous trees. They are so out of place here, it's not even funny. These are like the sort of trees you used to see in Arconis. You have not seen one of these trees here. It's all been palm trees or cacti or that sort of stuff. The grass around it is thick and lush, and it just seems to start like there's sand, and then there's grass. Like, there's no gradual creep, and the water itself is crystal clear, and seems to be bubbling from some natural spring underneath the ground. But in fact, never have you seen a more clear and beautiful pond, if you want to call it that, than you are seeing right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and slurp some water and
Okay.
Because we're thirsty.
The water is perfectly cool and cold. It is not warm like you'd expect it to be, as it is baking under the sun. Again, it is clean and crisp and refreshing.
This water it doesn't make any sense. As I slurp more and fill my canteen.
I too am not so good with science, but I take out some jugs from the pack from my luggage, and I go over to start filling them up.
All right.
I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
Next to her. Now, how again did you exactly do this?
It was a touch of magic, a touch of science, though not too much science, and well, me and Lord Nefen Rakara managed to make this beautiful place.
It
a
doesn't.
little bit of this. Sorry.
So it's
But
I won't sing.
Lord Nefen is demonic. Why would he make something so beautiful?
Yeah, he needs to drink water too.
so you saying this is demon water?
Demons drink water?
Probably.
I never heard that.
Okay.
Well,
so
they
currently,
drink
Now you know.
hell water or
Demons
something.
drink water.
only Lasticus has actually drank the water right now, right? Everybody else was just filling up water skins and water flasks.
Just filling it up. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yes.
looking at it funny now, like.
So Lasticus,
Yeah.
my dear boy,
Yeah,
if you wouldn't mind,
I would.
I'd
See what
very
I mean?
much like a willpower save from you.
Ooh, so that's wisdom, right?
Yes. Yeah, wisdom save. Sorry. This water, I
Some of
mean,
my
it's
spell book
so
here.
good. Your belly full of this beautiful, cold, crisp water. This is the life. Why would you want to go anywhere else? I mean, this is the perfect place to stay. There's nothing but desert from tens of miles around you. Why go anywhere else? This is where you should just be. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, you're suddenly feeling very content, very lethargic, very at home.
Oh. Okay.
Hydrating for Satan.
I'm just gonna point at Lyra and the other
Nice one,
two,
Glorious Creator.
and I'm gonna be like, "I'm getting some food." I'm gonna
Great.
wander over to the
Lyra.
camp,
Sure.
Lyra
start eating.
knows, and this is just, for Lyra's reference.
Mm-hmm.
She sort of kind of is telling the truth. Part of this was her, part of this was Lord Nefen. They both have reasons for wanting this thing. It's Lord Nefen's little tack on, if you will, to encourage people to loiter around here and stay here far longer than they probably should. That part wasn't Lyra's doing. How she feels about it is up to her. But Lyra does know that is a thing.
Oh, okay.
But in all honesty, it hasn't been something that Lyra's had to really deal with or worry about for probably a couple of years. So it's very likely that even as Lasticus sits there supping this into, she probably doesn't even remember that is a thing until after the fact.
Okay.
Like she may have known something about it, but she wasn't fully aware of what happened. She likes the fact that she has her little nature spot. That was all she wanted. Lord Nefen helped magically create it with more sinister things in mind.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be sitting by the campfire eating the food. I'm going to take one of the hookah pipes, start smoking it, and test the flavor, if it was flavored hookah. Is it vanilla?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of fresh food here to eat. Some nice wine. I mean, you know, you could certainly... And it's nice, big, shady tents, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have a glass of wine, too.
Or how long was it to get back to town from here, roughly? Or civilization or something like that, whatever.
So you came from the west. It was about a good 4 days. And one of those, you had camels the entire way. So you were traveling a lot faster than that.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, Naomi, you know, kind of cluing in with what's going on, she notifies you that, look, she's got business going north, but listening in to the conversations and stuff, she mentions to you that if you go directly south, there's a coastal settlement called Ampktamar, which is actually like on the coast, where if you are done here and want to leave, that's probably the most efficient place for you to go to try to find passage. But she has, as I say, business due north of here.
Got it. Ampktamar.
Yep. So you can probably get to Ampktamar in 3 days walking. It would probably take you 5, maybe 6 days to go to the settlement that you came from to the west.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll probably start remembering that the water does that once I see the reaction from Lasticus.
Yeah, you remember that he did something to the water to get people to loiter around. You may not have known exactly what, but...
Fiffany Fenifer, question. You're both holy.
Obviously, yes.
Of course.
I was just wondering if you have the ability to purify water or not.
That's a great question. I will check.
Why would you want to? It's
Let
so
me check
delicious.
my prayer book.
No doubt. It's nothing. Just wondering.
I'm sure we do. I think. I'm sure we do.
It depends on if I decided to, ask the Lord to grant me that specific power.
Well, purify food and drink is a first level cleric spell. So, unless you're of a domain that blocks you from that or something.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
The question is, is it a spell
prepared?
that you remembered today?
It is not one I remembered today, I don't think.
So,
I mean,
So no.
So look at this, guys. Look at this. Naomi's gonna go north, right? Like she said.
Wait, 1 second. I'm sorry.
There's 4
Lyra,
tents.
was it? Lyra? Why would we need to maybe do some purifying to this water, would you say?
It's always safe. You never know what bugs could get in. Be gross.
I didn't drink any bugs, trust me. But look, there's 4 tents and there's 4 people. We can each get a tent. Isn't that cool? We could live here with each other and have our own tents.
I'm sorry, you said live here.
Why not?
Lassie, don't you want to go adventure and get all kinds of treasure and stuff like you were talking about earlier?
Oh, I could just observe this temple, find out, if there's secret doors or hieroglyphics or something.
But she just said there wasn't, though. She just said.
No, there's none at all. Nothing
You're
in there,
you're
really.
an adventurer.
It's just
That's
an
what you
empty
do.
temple.
You adventure.
I'd like to see with my own eye. I mean, there's that thing in there, the circular teleportation thing. I mean, I could research that. I mean,
That's just one of his art installations. It's really nothing.
Lyra?
no.
Mhm.
Miss Lyra?
Yes.
What's going on here?
He has never spoken this much since
No.
the whole time we've
It
known
is
him.
pretty strange, I will admit. I think, are you just falling in love with the temple and perhaps me, Lasticus?
No, wait, no. that was not an art installation up there. That's magical. It's my field.
Yes,
well, not my
it
field.
was a magical art installation.
No. Look, I might not be a conjuration wizard with that specialty in like teleportation and movement and things, but I mean I'm field adjacent. You know, so.
Well,
Clearly,
you might be field adjacent, but I have been living here for the past 2 to 3 something years, all right? It's hard to tell. Time passes so slowly here, but I can assure you that really there's pretty much nothing in that temple at all except me and my thoughts and my plants. And those traps.
Well, there aren't your plants because you have them all in your bundled hand.
Well, that's true, yes.
Yeah, they're looking a little wilty at this point.
Speaking of, I'm going to put them in some vases or something.
We could plant the plants out here.
You pulled the big pot of water that you filled up with water, so you're just going to start stuffing them.
the plants in.
Those fresh stems, you got to get them in.
While they're having that conversation, I stood up from the pool of water and I kind of like gave Fenifer sort of a head nod to get behind Lyra. Yeah, just got to get behind her. And I'm going to get right up to her with my plate mail. Kind of bump into her while she's talking, and once again I'm going to pull the mace out of my hilt and just sort of twirl it in my hand. Lyra, honey, I think it's time you start talking, dear, or there might be some problems here that I don't think you are going to like the outcome of. Can you do that, please?
It's not really an issue, and you can put your weapon away. By the way, it's not really good to threaten a queen of the area you're standing on. But the thing is, I just remembered something, and it's not that bad. You're not gonna die.
Okay.
But, it's the water. Funny thing is, when we made it together, me and at the time we were dating Lord Nefen, he must have done something to it because everyone who tends to drink it just kind of stays here, and I think he did that for me so I'd have someone to talk to.
Even before she finishes her sentence, I'm going to take my canteen and just start dumping it out and be like, so you're telling me this is demon water?
I knew it. That's not sweet tea, that's bitter. Oh, disgusting.
It was really good water, guys. Like,
no, look at you. You want to stay here forever.
So then tell me how to break this curse.
I think you just need to purify it. That's it.
Question, Gort, and this is just from lack of knowledge. Would Dispel Magic have the same sense in this situation, or would I, as a cleric, know that it would have to be something else?
Dispel Magic potentially could dispel the magical effects that are on the water. I
mean for him, for Elasticus right now.
On him. Got it.
Yeah, because now I realize
not.
Okay.
Because he's under the effects of something as opposed... It's not really, It's not like an aura or a spell cast upon him that you can really dispel.
I understand. Okay. Oh, God. Would I have something like that in my skill set that I would know might work?
If it is considered a magical effect, it could possibly work. So, I mean, it's not an absurd idea that it could potentially work, but...
Okay.
I just want you to bear in mind that everyone here knows that we all have magical items on us. I don't want you dispelling my shit inadvertently because that would really break my heart.
Well, it would just be you. It's one object or person.
Or one magical effect if you want it to be.
Yes, I can make it.
You can target because you're aware that there is some kind of effect. Because that's the one thing is you have to be. To dispel a magical effect, you were required to be aware of its existence, right? So it's obvious to you that he is under some kind of thing. Lyra has confirmed that this is a thing.
Right.
So, you could try and target that if you wanted to.
Okay, that's what I would do then. Just to see if I can get him snapped out of whatever is wherever he's afflicted by.
You use wisdom as your spellcasting ability, so you're going to give me
popped it up there.
You're going to give me a wisdom skill roll.
Okay.
Just straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a spellcasting ability check. It's not like a casting You're not casting anything. It's a spell casting ability.
Okay,
It's
so
just your straight stat. So
it's not a save throw.
No.
Okay, how do I roll just a straight?
You can.
Is there a way, or do I just roll a d20 and plus add 5?
D20 plus your 5. Yep.
Okay.
Ooh. 19. Okay. You cast that on Lasticus, and Lasticus suddenly, you feel a little bloated, but he probably burps like loudly.
Oh boy!
Exorcise the demons. And now you still feel very refreshed, but you don't suddenly feel quite so compelled to stay here anymore.
Impressive, Tiffany.
Thank you,
Good
Laskus.
job.
You feeling better?
A little heartburn.
Michael, you don't want to stay here forever. So if I had to tell you you had to stay here forever, you would say,
Can we please go?
okay, wonderful. All right.
Perfect.
That's
Right.
the answer we were looking
He's
for.
back to be the little
Right.
Rolling Stone. Isn't that great?
I know. I know we don't want to drink the water, but I do suggest you fill up your flasks so we can figure out a way to drink it later, maybe.
Yes, that's what
Just
I
so
was.
you know.
I just don't want to touch in any of my things.
Then don't touch it.
Well, no,
You
but it's
fill
gonna.
it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You don't
fill
want it
up all of
to
our-
touch your
all of
water
our cans.
flask?
I
It
don't
already
want it-
did.
yes, I know, and I'm not very happy about that. Now, am I?
No, you don't look happy at all.
No, I don't look happy at all because I'm not. I'm trying to let it go. I'm trying to give it up, but I
I'm gonna
cannot help
bump
that you.
to the back of Lyra a little bit and be
And
like,
I'm gonna
"Come on,
bump it. And I'm gonna bump it to the front of her as she bumps
Come
into
on.
me.
Your sandwich.
You go on, fill 'em up.
Yeah, come on.
Go fill
And
my
maybe-
horse with your clean
Please do
hand."
not touch me like that. I really don't appreciate it.
Well, we don't
I like
appreciate
to
you.
keep a bubble of, 6 feet. That's all I'm saying.
Right, we don't appreciate you letting our friends get all messed up in the head, thinking that hey, they have to stay here and serve you.
Oh,
We
you
don't
wouldn't
like that.
have to serve me. That's
I didn't want to serve anybody.
no. It was
You messed with
simply.
his head. That's the
You-
bottom line.
That is the bottom
Unacceptable.
line.
We
It
don't
is
accept
unacceptable.
that.
I
Mm-mm.
Your demon,
I didn't
demon
do
water.
that, but it's I didn't do that at all. But it's fine. Just fill up your flasks. We'll get out of here promptly, and we won't have to deal with this anymore. I'm kind of confused though. I've made a couple of these before. It must be Lord Nefen's doing. It's too bad. It looks like delicious water anyway.
I mean, it really was.
You know for a fact, Lyra, the water doesn't affect you that way.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to take a swig in front of them. I'll do it behind their backs when I'm thirsty. But I'm just as parched as you are. Trust me. All right? And so how about you guys lead the way south? I'll carry from behind and make sure we're all safe. That's when I take the swig.
Okay, well, Naomi tells you, or asks you, anybody else want to carry these bags, or should I leave them with Her Majesty?
No. This is going to be tough. Let me check the tents to see if there's any kind of little pull cart or something.
There is no pull cart in the tents.
God, a part of me really wants to say, take only what you need to survive.
I need all of it.
Yeah, all of her clothes,
Okay,
all of her
okay, Miss
trinkets,
Vespa.
all of her silliness. Now you know why that
I'm
bedroom
gonna-
had been ransacked and someone had gone
Yeah.
through very quickly and looted everything because she was cramming her bags full of her stuff, ready to leave.
I'm gonna find like a big sack or blanket or cloak that I can
There's
wrap
some
it
huge-
in.
There are some large sacks and stuff in
Okay.
here that maybe had some grain or flour and things
Yeah.
in. You can
So when I
empty one out.
pull it, I'll just drag it across the sand, and it just leaves like a huge trail
huge
as
big
we go.
line of yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'll work. Okay. So who took water, or who has water?
I do. I
I
still
think
do.
we all did, but
Okay,
Yeah,
so you've all-
begrudgingly,
I'll fill mine back up, but I'm not drinking any of it.
yeah, we're not happy about it.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you pay Naomi for her services, and she tells you once again that in her path and yours now definitely lie in different directions. As she said, she is caused to travel further north, but she does tell you that a few days south, as you said, is the coastal settlement of Ankh-Tamar. You set out, leaving the temple behind you, and hope that the sun and desert sands are not too harsh on you as you journey towards civilization. After a full day of travel, and spending one desert night, which offers both blessing and curse due to the fact that it's scorching hot during the day and freezing cold at night. Initially, it's quite nice when that coolness starts to hit you. It feels refreshing. But within an hour, you are almost wishing you were hot again. So, as you are going to be resting for an evening, you obviously can relearn your spells or whatever, so if you want to mem up some Dispel Magics or Purify Food and Waters, you can do so, Mr. Cleric.
Yeah, that is exactly what I am going to do.
All right, and you're an 11th level cleric, so I mean you can mem like 4+ first level spells.
Yes.
So you could easily, if you wanted to, you could sack enough spell slots to have 4 casts of that. And then
yes. Some. I think I only need 1 though. All non-magical food in a 5-foot radius. Yeah, so I can put all our canteens together and purify them all.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do then.
Okay. All right, so you want to do that in the morning?
Yep.
All right, so you get up, say your prayers to Pelor in the morning, do y'all's little rituals or whatever, and then you can gather everybody's water flasks together.
Yep.
Okay.
I also study my book and change some of my things.
Alrighty. So you cast your purification spell on the big bundle of water skins and jugs and stuff that you guys have got here. Okay.
And we're going south still, right?
Yeah, here, I'll pop it up so you can see it. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I lied.
It's okay. I know what it does.
I lied. Yeah, no, but just so the chat can see it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It doesn't have the description part.
Oh, my God.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Here, no, I'm gonna cast it for chat so chat can see. Boom.
There you go. All non-magical food and drink within 5-foot radius sphere canteens on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. Okay. As far as you know, it's pure. Anybody?
All right.
Any thirsty little rabbits want to try some?
I'll try it first. Like, how about this? Since it's, is partially my fault, I will try the water first. And I'm going to take a big swig of it.
Okay. It tastes
That's kind of
refreshing and delicious. But you notice no ill effects seem to fall over Miss Lyra.
I still want to leave.
Last kiss, why don't you try some, huh? And see how you feel.
Oh, well, we're back to the Hun again. Oh, okay.
Go on, sugar.
I know better, but I'm gonna drink from it.
Okay. Yeah, it's water. It's very clean, refreshing water, but it is...
Okay.
You don't get any weird sudden desire to cling to this particular spot in the desert.
I'm gonna hold the canteen up as I... Huzzah!
All right! All right! Brought to you by him, the Holy Lord Pelor.
Oh, praise be Pelor.
Through him all shall be purified.
Beautiful, beautiful fresh water. Cleanse the demon right out of it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Shall we?
Right.
Alright, so you were all refreshed. Okay, you once again set off southwards towards Ankh-Tamar. Alrighty, let me do.
I hope he doesn't miss me too much.
Who's that?
No, Lord Nathan.
Didn't you say he's been gone for years or something?
Yeah, but what if he comes back and I'm not there? He'll be
You didn't even know.
devastated.
You didn't even know for him.
And I didn't leave anything.
Well, shouldn't
I
you
should
have?
have.
Maybe like a BRB or something?
Or like,
I
thanks for the
should have done
memories
that.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Thanks for all the sand.
You're dumped. Alrighty.
Well, that's a weird way to break up, but okay.
I guess leave.
No, we
All right.
broke up like over a year ago. It was just when we-
Oh, so you're just the roommate now, and
Wait,
Yes.
Is this
Gotcha.
why he left? Because you broke up? He didn't want to be there anymore?
No, he said he had business to attend to. So
they always say that, honey. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have to be
talking
told
about.
this.
And then
He
he did
probably-
the whole "it's not me, it's you" thing.
Yeah, boy,
yes,
he
that's
probably
that's
found
everything
a-
that he said.
He probably
he
found
said
a
it
younger
wasn't
archer
my
somewhere.
fault,
It happens
it's-
all the time.
Something that he had to do for himself, and then he
Of
left.
course, of course.
He said, "I'm the one that likes attractive women. I'm the one that finds you annoying. It's me, not you."
Oh Lord.
Anyway, ahead of you, as you continue through the desert, you see a small cluster of varying cacti, and stranger still, a single goat seems to be grazing on them.
If you zoom out, that looks like a sword. But it's a goat. I get it.
Oh, I thought it was
Depends
yes.
how far you zoom out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I was pretty zoomed out. Yeah.
I thought it was a little scimitar too, just kind of.
Or like a fat syringe, you know?
Yes, it's a fat syringe.
There.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
a
I was
goat.
thinking.
That
too.
cactus is a junkie!
That's interesting. A goat.
Yeah. You are still a good day and a half to possibly even 2 days away from where you're supposed to be, and Lyra knows the area geographically. Probably hasn't spent a great deal of time in any of the towns or villages or whatever. But I mean, she knows you're at least probably a good day and a half away from Ankh Tamar, and that would be the closest to this point. So this goat is definitely out of place. There are no known native species of desert-dwelling goats that she's aware of.
Well, I wanted to introduce you to the type of cacti that live here on the land that I rule over. I see, this goat here, though. I'm not quite sure why the goat is there. Seems to be munching on some serious cacti, which I've learned about over the past couple of years. And on the left there is the Noto cactus. There is water in cactus that we can drink from.
Did your demon boyfriend make any of these cactuses, or?
Oh, no, I think these have always been here.
Maybe some aloe
grew
for your
there.
sunburns.
I can't click my token again.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
And I'm sure the goat has a good reason. We should go
Should
approach it.
Ask
Yeah.
it.
Should we be like, why are
We
you?
should ask it. Yes.
I-
I will ask it.
Before you do anything, let me go and make sure I've got a permafix on your token.
Okay.
There we go. Hold on. Just gonna go ahead and do this real fast so that we don't have to deal with this every damn time.
I'm quite good with goats.
There you go. Problem solved. Alright, let me put you back.
Yay.
Actually, the problem might not be solved, but it will be after a while. Okay. Lyra, as you approach the goat, greatest of all time, if you would, give me a perception skill roll, then as you are currently closest to it.
Natural 20!
Oh, God!
Hey, baby!
Natural 20!
I'm quite good with goats, I said.
You did say.
This is the beginning of Lyra getting 20s on weird skill checks.
And there you go, everybody.
Extra
Let's
legends.
bet on Lyra.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
damn
I'm so
it.
happy.
Alrighty.
It's like Midge and Brooke Sorrel all over again.
I know. That was awesome. That was probably the last 20 I'll ever roll. Who knows?
Oh,
It's like all ones and twos from here.
Okay, so first natural 20s Lyra's, and everybody that bet on her, 1 gold. There you go. Awesome pieces. Okay. So not only do you catch a glint of something shiny, but as the goat turns its head, it kind of like, you get a full view. It has a gold-plated medallion hanging around its neck. Probably about yay big. You know, probably 3 or 4 inches in diameter. Quite a large gold plate to be hanging from the neck of a goat in the middle of nowhere. And although you can't read it from here, you can definitely see that there are markings or some kind of inscription on it.
Okay. After that, I'm going to use my primeval awareness to communicate the idea of stay as I approach, so I can get a better look.
Okay.
How's its mood?
Its mood seems to be it glanced and saw you coming.
Okay.
But it didn't take off running. It's still munching through this cacti.
Okay.
Your natural awareness pretty much tells you it's probably dying of thirst, and it knows that there's water in there. So while maybe it would have run under different circumstances, its survival instincts of "I need water, damn it," might be overpowering its urge to run away from you guys.
As I calmly approach it, I will be getting a rope out just in case, but it should hopefully stay as I approach. Hello there, sweet little guy or gal.
Okay, it looks up.
Look underneath. Oh, it's a guy.
Actually, it's not.
Okay. Oh,
it's definitively not.
It's not a dude.
So hard to miss.
Around the goat's neck, as I said, is a gold medallion. Now you're close enough to read the inscription that says, "Return to Sim Galatel."
Let's spell that one out.
S-I-M. Gala, G-A-L-A, and then hyphen T-E-L. Sim, as in that's the first name, and Galatel is like the last name.
All right.
Yeah, return to Sim Galatel is what it says on the medallion.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Probably not.
Okay.
But whenever you said, whatever, it kind of looked up at you, and then just like, almost like nodded, and then carried on eating the cacti.
There. I'm going to casually place a rope around its neck. We need to return you to your owner.
Okay. It lets you put the rope around its neck.
I'm going to turn around and wave.
Yeah, hello?
That's it.
Yes, hi, we're right
That's
here.
a goat.
Great.
All right, so what are we going to do with it?
It's very cute.
Well, we need to return this to Sim Galatel.
Who?
You don't know Sim Galatel? Very prominent in the coastal town we're going to.
Well, all right, good thing we're on our way then. Guess it's the kindly neighborly thing to do, yeah?
Absolutely. I agree.
All right.
I mean, if we run out of food and are dying, we could also eat it.
Well, this one's a pet. It's got a collar on it, so we probably shouldn't do that.
It's got a what on it?
Well, doesn't it
A
have
collar.
It has
a collar?
I thought you said a car on it. I was like, wait, what?
It's out in
Sorry,
gold.
it's hard with my
Have a collar
accent
with a big
sometimes.
gold medallion hanging from it.
This goat has a car. Wait,
A
what?
car. I wish.
Here, I do have some extra water. I'm gonna go like take some out and pour some in my hand and like.
No, the
it
goat
will greedily slurp down the water.
and proceeds north to the temple.
And then refuses to move, will not leave the cacti plants.
Oh no.
We gotta dispel the goat.
Yeah, after you give it the water, it drinks it all, and then it just looks at you and goes, "Ah."
I know how you feel.
And then it headbutts you.
I haven't been home in a long time too.
And it
Let's go.
headbutts you again.
That's almost sad. Alright, guess we're gonna go with the goat.
Okay, you're dragging the goat behind you, Lyra?
Yes, it's just it's got on a leash, right? So we're just walking together now,
Okay.
I guess.
Alrighty. The goat will run up, get pretty close to you, and then it will bite the back of your tunic and pull on it a little bit. And then once again it will go boom, boom, and side headbutt you.
Okay. What's their mood feel like now?
It clearly is attempting to communicate something to you.
Okay. Can communicate, can understand their mood. Okay. What mood
it doesn't
does
feel
it give
hostile.
Yeah.
It just seems very needy and wanty at the moment.
Okay. If it's not moving, then I'm gonna, I guess, turn around. Okay. What do you need?
Okay, you see it kind of like nuzzle around, and then it starts hitting the base of your water skin with its head.
More water. Okay, and I'm gonna feed it more water from my hands.
Okay, it will drink
Thirsty one.
It will drink as much water as you can hold in your two hands a second time, and it will then again boom, boom, nudge you.
I'm gonna look up to the three. Does anyone have a container we could just pour this in to let the goat drink?
What about the egg bowl?
You don't have that pot?
Yes, where's the pot? Did you put it back in my... Oh, you put it back in my suitcase?
Yes, I did.
Oh, just for safekeeping, sure. I'll go get that and then pour some into the pot.
Okay. It will sit its head down in there and drink almost all of it,
Wow.
leaving a small amount in the bottom, with goat saliva loitering around.
Ew. Dump it out.
What a waste.
Are you better now?
I'm gonna have to reseason that one
Goat?
for sure.
It just goes.
Okay, let's go. I'll take to go again.
Okay. And it will follow you.
Oh.
It's not banging into you this time.
Great.
Alrighty. Another full day through the desert, but you have your delicious, refreshing water to keep your brows cool, and at the very least, not die of thirst. One more night of travel, or one more full day of travel is ahead of you as you wake up the following morn, ready and hoping that by the evening you should make it to Amk Tamar. Okay. Anybody want to do anything specific, or are you just getting up, moving
I don't know
on?
if we want to role play this, but I probably would want to ask Tiffany and Fennifer more about their religion and why they're here, stuff like that.
You know all about the doctrines of Pelor because you are originally from Arconis. So I mean, if they just told you Pelor, that would be enough for you to know.
Yeah.
About that, but
I mean, but if you'd like us to go on,
Yeah.
I'd be happy to share. You won't sleep a wink, though, let me tell you.
How much time you got? You feel rested?
I just have a feeling you probably didn't come to save me. I'd like to think that, of course, but it's
Oh no, we
probably
came.
for
We
Lord
came to
Defend.
destroy you.
We came to save
Destroy
everyone.
me?
We came to destroy you to save everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done anything to. I've only done good in this place.
Well, you're in league with the demon, huh?
I wouldn't say in league.
You dated
dating
him.
him.
I was. Yes, but let's see. You know, there were leagues to dating, and I was quite out of his league.
Did you share a bed with that demon man?
Mm-hmm.
Did I what?
Did you share a bed with
that demon?
Excuse
man.
me, but I am not a married woman.
Okay, well,
I'm
that's
kind of
something. At least you have
upset
some
Upset that you
morals.
would just assume that about
We
me.
didn't assume. We asked a question.
I guess the more important question is, how did you get there?
Oh, well, that's a fantastic story. Well, I'll tell you on the road. It's a little place called Minden Brook Sorrow.
Well,
Good times.
Well,
How many episodes?
I would probably regale literally the entire story to them if they did ask. All about my companions, Asher, Alemi, and Cordelia, how we stumbled upon the temple in the middle of Mindenbrook, and all about how I definitely saved everybody and sacrificed myself willingly to save the town. And that's how I ended up here.
I would take notes as you tell the story. Elasticus is completely invested in that story.
Yes, I saved so many orphans, so many little ones, and I don't want to take full credit. Asher, Alemi, and Cordelia did put in some work, but
they were there.
Well, I'm here, and I don't know where they are. They certainly didn't come for me. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's what we talk about, I guess, on the way.
Well, I'm impressed. That's quite
Thank you.
a laugh. I don't know why you started dating a demon to round that all out, but we'll.
That's a separate story.
Everybody has different choices, different things, and Pelor will show you the way eventually. Whether you like it or not.
Everyone's an onion. Everyone's got layers.
I like pickled onions.
Okay.
I like pickled peppers.
That's not many layers.
I like pickled eggs.
Oh, I like pickled hog's feet.
I like
just
just regular old pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delicious.
No, I haven't had a good pickled hog's feet in many a moon.
Okay.
That's what do you mean?
Well, so you're all walking along and intently listening to this story. When suddenly you guys hear an incredibly loud screech.
Ooh.
Gore, I don't think we're on the right map.
Are you not?
No, we're still looking at it.
Because Sash said, look at them not paying attention to the map.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
This massive shadow that was kind of like passing over you.
That's awesome.
And you guys were just chatting it up, and I guess Roll20 didn't drop you on the right map.
Gore's making it so obvious. Like, what are these idiots not paying attention to?
Look at the shadows just going back and forth.
Okay, so...
Let me just do another tap.
Look up here! Look up here!
So yeah, you're aware of a huge, big kind of shadow being cast that's moving like past you, and at that moment you kind of snap out of listening to the story, and you hear a loud screech, and you kind of look up, and you can see like where the sun is. But there is a shadow in the sun that's moving towards you and getting bigger and bigger. You can't really stare right at it because it's literally coming right out of the sun.
Oh shoot! That's the giant hawk of the east.
The giant hawk of the east.
But we're in this.
It's in the south.
It's headed for us, right?
It's heading down from. Yeah, it's basically hurtling down from the sun, getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Can I do something?
Oh.
Can we do something?
You can.
Oh, you go first, Shaggy.
So, everybody tell me what your initial reaction is and what you want to do.
Sure.
As in, not like discuss a plan, but like as soon as you kind of like shield your eyes and see this big black thing balling towards you. So, Elasticus, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna drop to the ground on my back, so I'm facing up to the sky.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say,
"Take me,
hoist the goat, hoist the goat, everyone down, but hoist the goat."
Okay. So you drop on your back and yell, "Hoist the goat."
Hoist the goat.
What is let's see. Yeah. So, right. What is Fiffany gonna do?
Fiffany is going to get ready to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna get ready in my hand. My hand's gonna start glowing, and I'm gonna get ready to cast Bless on everybody.
Okay.
If this thing keeps swooping down at us.
Yep. Fiffany.
Fenifer.
Oh, Fenifer. Sorry. We just did Fiffany.
I am going to saddle up next to Fiffany and shield up and just ready my weapon, just like,
Okay.
Ready to go.
And last but not least, what is Lyra wanting to do?
If I'm able to do like full action, I don't know. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace, and then just yell, "Stay within 30 feet of me! I'm covering us!"
Okay.
With
That's
what?
it.
So
Pass.
basically, a veil of shadows
might
and
not see
silence
us.
radiates from you, masking your companions from detection. And that means that everybody within 30 feet of you basically gets a +10 bonus to dexterity checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
So you won't
giant eagle
give-
doesn't have any magic
yeah,
eyes.
it doesn't make you. It's not the same as like being invisible, but it does mean that you cannot be like detected or traced or tracked.
Just move south together. We might be okay. Slowly.
Do you wish to cast that bless spell?
If she says to like stop and just get together, then not yet.
Okay.
Ooh, my god.
Right, it continues to hurtle down in your direction, and it's getting closer and closer and closer.
Okay, I'm gonna see if they'll move 30 feet with me this way. This way.
Yeah, we're gonna stay next door. I mean, she told us to.
I'm not.
Are you?
Why?
Are you still?
Why?
On the ground, man.
Get up!
And probably the goat comes with us too.
Well, the goat is.
I would hope so.
The goat is gonna come with you because it's
Oh my
attached.
god.
Okay, getting up requires half of my movement speed, so I can't move 30 feet with you anyway. So at most, I can get up and move 15 feet and be alone anyway. So I'm staying down. I'm just laying flat on the ground. I'm sorry, but
Okay. Well, then.
Okay.
I mean, again, as I said, Pass Without Trace, while it makes you hard to track, doesn't render you invisible. And this thing can still see all of you. So it swoops down.
what's
And
the better target? Gore, really?
I think we
it
know.
buzzes over top of Lasticus.
Oh my god. Dang it.
Extends its two
I want to have to
giant
reroll a character
talons.
tonight.
It extends
I
its two
knew
giant
it.
talons. It looks like it is going for the goat unless anybody is going to try to stop it.
Listen to me. I'm smart.
I will jump in front with my shield
Okay.
over the top of the goat.
Wow.
Defend
Whoa,
the poor,
protecting the
innocent goat.
Not today, demon eagle. No.
Okay, everybody give me a perception skill roll. But not Lasticus, because he's over there
What?
and
He's
isn't
dumb.
really seeing.
But I'm looking at it. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at the thing. I'm not. That's not what this is for.
Oh, it's about the goat, isn't it?
It is about the goat.
Nice.
Roll.
Okay.
Wow.
Benifer, you notice the goat has a look of terror in its eyes when it sees this thing coming directly at it, and the goat almost like goes, like looks shocked. Right as you like step in front of it with your shield raised. Okay, so is anybody else gonna try to hold the line with
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
the paladin?
If we know it's actually coming for us, then
Yeah,
I
no,
give up. I
we're
give up.
making. Yeah, Fennefer and I are making a steel wall essentially.
Okay, a steel wall between you and the goat and the bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, then, this creature will come bombing down with its claws as it kind of arcs its wings to slow its descent. Let's start by getting some initiative. So give me just a second here. Let me crank this out. Or roll now, either way.
Oh, sorry. I thought we could
You're
roll
laying
while
down. You don't get to
Well,
play.
the other reason I said wait is because that means that the dice pane wasn't up, so people wouldn't have seen it.
I don't care about chat. Who gives a
Okay.
shit?
Alrighty. So yeah, let's have a look and see where we're at. We've got
Can we go now? Okay.
Yep, you can go ahead and
Too
roll.
bad. Ooh.
It's okay. I want to be. That's
Oh, that's
fine.
right.
I want to
keep
be a little
forgetting
lower.
that's your thing now. Oh, yay.
Yep, you
I
were
have
right.
advantage.
Yeah,
so
she gets
15.
advantage.
Oh, nice, good.
On initiative.
Thank God.
So good.
Um,
Freaking
so we got
rangers.
I
Lasticus
forgot
and
that I got
Fenifer. So basically it's Lyra, Lastica, Fenifer, then Fiphony. At the end. Okay. I'm going to roll
That's
initiative for this thingy. Chat. And it will be going on there. Okay. All right. As this thing comes hurtling down, Lyra, you have the initiative. What do you want to do?
Cool. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it
Okay.
to get an extra 1d6 damage.
Yep.
And I'm going to back up just so I have more space, 30 feet, and shoot twice at it.
All right.
Wow, it's been
Let
so long.
those arrows loose. Pulling the arrows from the quiver of Elona.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I on the right thing?
I don't know. I know
Hold
what you're on.
There's no bow in my weapon thing.
What?
I don't know.
Let me look.
I'm just adding it now. What's the damage dice for a bow? 1d8?
Yeah, it is. It's at the bottom. Ranged weapons, miss.
Where?
You got melee weapons and then ranged weapons below them. Separate box.
Oh shoot! I'm so blind. All right, sorry.
I was going to say, there's no way you don't have that because it was from the. Oh,
So
right.
it's 2 attacks that way.
Yeah. Ooh.
20!
Nice.
Natural 20!
Nice. Alrighty. That's why you're called Legendary Ranger.
Seriously.
And the extra 1d6. 3.
Oh. All right.
That's happy.
Okay, and it's D6 for both attacks. Not just one, because it's...
Hooray! Here we go.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark, basically, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon attack.
Okay.
And you have advantage on any wisdom survival checks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that is a total of 24, 31, 36 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay, yep, so
Nice.
the ranger, this first time you guys have seen her, she kind of falls back and then quickly and skillfully looses 2 arrows back to back. Both go thudding into this huge creature. And the second arrow kind of catches it in the neck and it lets out much more of a loud screech. Okay, Lasticus. As you lay on the ground over here, or you're getting up, I guess, so let me do a thing here.
I'm still laying down, man. I'm not getting up. From the ground, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's one I actually freaking prepared because I had to unprepare another one, which I wasn't going to be using. I'm casting Earthbind.
Choose one creature.
Drag it to the ground.
Within range, yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed
Whoa.
on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0. Very nice
What?
idea. Yeah.
That's
Nice
so
spell.
cool.
Yeah.
Totally utility, man.
He is a
Yeah.
utility wizard. He is so not the typical wizard.
That's
but
so cool.
This is why it's cool to play such
Perfect.
things. All right.
17d7 strength check, so it probably will pass, but it might not.
We'll see. See if Gore's roll 20 woes continue. Fuck.
Unfortunately, it does succeed. I kind of wished it didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because it was a really good idea. But the sheer magnificent size of this huge beast just seems to be more than the magic of your spell can hold. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'll get up.
And you're laying on your back, you go, and then when you see the golden tendrils kind of wrap around the thing, but then as it continues forward, they kind of like go, and they like snap in a magical blast. And then he's like, and gets up. All right, Fenifer. Obviously, unless you've got a ranged weapon, you're waiting for it to kind of like get right to the claw point.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting for.
Okay.
So, do you want me to hold until that happens?
Because you're going right before it, so you're basically going to whack at it right as it clashes into you.
Yes. I'm going to whack it and smite it. Do I need to do the smite first?
Just a regular smite? Nope.
Gotta hit first.
You don't have to use a smite unless you hit. You get to choose afterwards.
Okay, let's see
The
if
smite
I
only
hit.
adds additional damage, doesn't help you to hit.
I'm gonna smack it first.
Ooh.
Okay, Pelor blessed your weapon arm for sure today. You will strike it solidly for 14.
Excellent.
And now, of course, you can choose to power it up with smitiness as much as you
Okay,
wish.
now I'm gonna try a blinding smite.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, nice.
Blinded by the smite.
There it is for chat. So
Alrighty.
it needs to make a con save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. And what is your caster thingy? Did we decide?
Where did I see that again?
You remember, Shay? Was hers
15?
15 or was hers 17?
It's 15. It's on
15.
top of her spells.
It's 15
yes,
because you're a
chart.
paladin. That's
Great.
right.
Sorry, yes, the chart. 15.
But it fails.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
Sweet.
so it is blinded and it takes
Ooh.
3d8 extra radiant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it takes 3d8
Just
regardless.
Coming
takes
I
down
think it
to
does,
radiant
but I'm
damage,
saying,
but it's
let
also
me
blinded,
get that
yeah.
in there
Yeah.
too.
Nice.
There's my
Nice.
8 as well.
Another 12.
Right down the middle.
All right. So you struck it for 14 plus 12, so 26.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And it is blinded. It gets to make a Constitution save at the end of each of its turn. And if it succeeds, it is no longer blinded. But for this attack, it is blinded.
Perfect.
So, you know what? I'm just going to roll 2 and do it that way. Can't remember what the macro is. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that dice roll. Alrighty.
Okay. If it was a 1, I would say no.
All right. Okay. We are taking the lowest of these two rolls as its attack of you. Oof. 20 and a 25. Okay, so the 20.
He's hitting me.
The first attack will.
Yeah.
Second.
Wait, no, that won't hit me, right?
I don't know. What is your
What's
AC?
your AC?
Mine is
If it's above 20, it will not.
Go to core stats at the top.
It's 20.
It's right at 20.
Oh.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep. So it's getting. So basically, in 5e, simple terms, when you attack it, you have advantage. When it attacks you, it has disadvantage. And it will fail any attempt that would require it to be able to use vision for something. Okay, so the first claw. All right, the huge, massive talon clashes into your shield, kind of almost knocking you backwards. It kind of grinds down the side of the shield. You hear kind of like a really loud as it's like claw grinding on metal. Doesn't really hurt you too bad. I mean, the shield took the blow, but you're basically taking 14 points of damage.
Oh, baby, we got a big one over here.
All right,
Look out.
and the other person standing up there is Fiffany. So same thing, disadvantage. We take the lowest of these two.
Okay.
A 20
That's a hit.
or a 16.
That's a miss.
All right, so we take the 16. The second claw, it snapped its claw closed, where it anticipated that you were. Fortunately for you, you had maneuvered a little bit by then, and it snapped thin air. And it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to pump that bless. Pump that bless. Out for everybody. Chew.
Okay. Which is cool. Are you casting it at any higher level or just a basic bless?
Nope, just the basic bless.
All right.
It's not armored, so I figured this would help enough.
30
It's a
feet.
D4.
Basically, yeah, everybody, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack roll or saving throw on your turn.
Yep.
All right. Now,
Should hit everyone.
because this thing is blind, it doesn't really judge its descent anymore. It's kind of like disorientated by the sudden blindness. As I said, it kind of crashed into you with its claws, almost knocking one of you over, and you kind of like just sidestepped it. It does, in fact, hit the ground right here with a loud, crumpled slump. I'm going to give it 2d6 damage. On top of that from the fall.
Ooh.
Okay. As it kind of like lands and hits the ground, and then it's got to kind of like use its movement to kind of like get its legs out from underneath itself and push itself back up. Okay. Lyra.
Okay.
Well, because that was an enchantment spell, I can use a cantrip as well.
Okay.
Because I can make that a bonus
action.
action.
Do that, by all means.
So, technically, with this thing being blinded, it's not as good at dexterity saving throws, right? Would I know that it's like kind of floundering around?
I mean, logic is it's not very. It's clearly not very
aware.
Athletic. Yeah.
Okay, so as it crashes in behind me, I'm going to turn around and point my fingers at it and cast Sacred Flame as well.
Okay.
So there's that. It needs to make a dex saving throw of 17.
Okay. So, rules as written, technically it could still not, because it's not an attack roll, and it's not specifically a sight-based thing. But rules as makes fucking sense to me. It couldn't very easily dodge something it can't see coming. So I'm going to still say it has disadvantage on that saving throw, because it's a dex save, which means it's trying to avoid it by moving. Well, if it can't see, it's a lot harder for it to know that it's coming, so it's still going to get that disadvantage. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
Cool.
If I need to. Nope, it's going to fail on the first roll, so
nice.
we're good. Okay, so you hit it for 19 additional points of radiant damage.
That's awesome.
And then, sorry.
And then,
I'm going to use
then.
my voice of authority ability. Anybody who I cast a level 1 spell on, which was Bless, right. If they want, I can have them use their reaction to attack it. And I'm going to point at Lyra.
And voice of authority is not a bonus action for you, right?
Correct.
So, it just kind of, it's a thing. It just triggers. So, okay.
Yep.
So you're going to dump it.
I'm going to point at Lyra and be like, get him again, baby! After seeing your hit with such a good shot on that first one.
So basically, yeah, you suddenly feel inspired and super quick as it hits the ground, to where you feel like you could get one more shot off, as it hits the ground next to you. And it doesn't count as your turn. So, but you don't have to.
Oh, do I decide now before my turn?
Yeah, because it's now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would pop a shot off.
Okay.
Pop a shot off.
Free
Pop
shot.
a shot. Here we go.
Good old Papa shot.
And you plug it for another.
Nice.
Woo!
Cool.
Good job. Okay.
Woo! Nice shooting, Tex!
Alrighty. Back to the top. So now it is actually your normal turn, Lyra.
Okay. Quick question for my action. I know I screamed that this was the giant eagle of the east. Do I actually know what this creature is? Like, have I heard about it living here?
I know I lied and pretended to know everything, but
Curious.
Give me a let's see. Give me a nature roll
Okay.
or a history roll would possibly fulfill, but okay. No.
No.
You haven't got a fucking clue what it is, other than the fact it's a huge, big, predatory,
barely know that
vulture-y
it's an
looking
eagle.
bird. But it sounded convincing, the giant eagle of the east, or whatever you called it. So why not? Go with it.
I'm gonna have some fun then.
Okay.
I'm right next to its wing and it's crashed, so I'm gonna step on it and then hold on to the wing and try to pull it as hard as I can to keep it on the ground and not able to fly.
Okay. So you're going
I
to try
got it,
to.
don't worry.
Technically, that would be a grapple.
Yeah, I guess so.
oh my lord.
Trying out a grapple. Where's the grapple on this shit?
Lasso that eagle.
I think it's
By just holding it.
I'm pulling on its wing. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
The strongest part of its body.
This will be great, James.
Sounds fun.
Arguably.
Gotta love
Maybe
it.
I'll be able to make it our mount as I do this. I think it's probably strength, so I'm gonna roll that.
So grapple, yeah.
Okay, well, you
I'm gonna also add the bless.
Did you roll a stealth check?
Did I do a stealth check?
You rolled stealth, yeah.
What's
I
your
meant to do
athletics?
Sorry, strength.
Basically, you make how it works
Athletics,
is you use
there it
the
is.
attack action to make a melee attack, right? If you are
Sure.
able to make multiple attacks, it replaces one of them. So
Okay.
you could shoot it once and then grab it if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Rather than wasting, because it only
Wasting
takes
a
one of your
shot off.
attacks.
Yeah,
Okay, give it another
there's an
8.
attack, and then I guess I'll roll this athletic strength. That's what I meant to do for the grapple part.
You can use target athletics or dex acrobatic, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, well, I'm way better at No, I'm not.
Oh no! Let me rephrase that.
What?
Let's see. I don't remember how this works. It's a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength or dexterity. No, it's strength from you, but the target can use either or. So it's your strength. Sorry. So that is right.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 10. I'd like to use one of Lyra's luck points to just try to reroll that, make it a little better.
Okay.
Which I'll pop up on the screen for anyone who's just curious of what that is.
Yep, you may spend
There you
1
go.
luck point to roll an additional d20. You can use this ability after the original roll, but before your outcome is revealed. You choose which of the d20s you want to use.
Come on, baby. Yeah!
Oh, I guess you want that one.
My God.
Natural 20!
Plus the D4 just for something.
Nice.
With an extra
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. And this is why Lyra is a
Llama.
legendary ranger.
Oh my god.
Llama knows what's up.
That was so worth the roll, but he'll probably still beat it anyway.
Maybe not with disadvantage. It's going to use its strength.
Okay. Please, this would be so epic. Come on.
Alrighty, and it has disadvantage, so a 23 or a
That one.
15.
15.
So it fails.
I am holding down a giant eagle.
So you are, so what's happening more because of its disorientation than anything else. You're pulling at its wing, and while you're not really holding it to the ground, it's kind of just turning in like a circle. You're just like holding it, and because of the fact that you're pulling it one way, instead of trying to go up or forward, it's being like herded in that direction.
Okay.
So you are kind of holding it down indirectly. Okay.
Okay.
Ridiculous woman.
Wow.
Stupid.
All right, Elasticus, witnessing this queen
Absurdity.
of Russia holding this bird to the ground, like she shoots it with a bow and then like drops the bow and grabs hold of the thing by the feathers, and it's like she's yanking on it, and it is just squawking, and one wing is flapping wildly, and the other one is just kind of like being used as a pivotal point as it's like going round and round Lyra, basically, if you allow it full motion.
I am going to cast fire bolts at it.
Okay.
And yeah,
All right.
okay.
You will hit it.
Yeah, and that's all I'm
Bless.
doing.
14 points of damage.
Well,
You've got
bless
bless,
is-
if you want.
Oh.
That's to hit, right?
It already hit.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yep. Yeah. Bless allows you to add.
To the attack roll, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's 4 points of
Attack or save.
Attack or save, but not damage.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay.
I
Alrighty.
singed his butt, you know, as
That's
it's
the 14.
spinning around.
Okay. I mean, this thing is definitely looking worse for wear, but it's still. I mean, it's a big thing.
I forgot my
Jennifer.
hunter's mark just says FYI. I'll
Yes.
do it later.
Okay, so is it still on the ground, just spinning, or is
you
it
can
like
Go ahead
hovering?
and roll your hunter's mark, extra d6.
I
Let's get it now.
can.
Yeah,
Yay.
because it was that. I mean, it should. Oh, for 5. Okay.
Oh, and it's dead.
Nope, it's still alive.
Funny.
That wasn't enough to kill it.
Sorry, I accidentally moved your character.
You guys are dancing.
It's the electric slide in the desert. Yeah.
All right, Fenifer.
Okay, so is it off the ground? a
No,
little
it's
bit
still on
now,
the
or-
ground.
Okay, it's still on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to hustle my little bustle over to it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna lay a big ol' smack on it.
All righty.
Smack it in the booty.
Hit it in the tail feather.
Fat of the beast.
All right. You will hit for 9.
Okay, and then I forgot I get 2 attacks, so I'm gonna do another one.
Okay. That one does not connect.
Plus 4.
Oh, do we get advantage?
Yeah, roll a d4.
Oh yeah, you actually you have advantage,
Get
so you
advantage,
could roll that
yeah.
again.
Okay.
When you make the attack, it actually pops up and asks you on the macro if you want to roll with advantage. So you choose yes.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry. Okay, so just roll regular again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still a miss. Okay,
You can roll d4 though.
but
Roll
you
my
still can
D4.
roll a d4 and add it to the 12.
Come on, get a 4. Oof.
13. Okay. No. You only hit it the once. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. You made 2 attacks for your attack action.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna do an divine smite on it.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm
for the
trying
one
to
that
remember
hit.
how that works. Yeah, so the one that hit, I'm gonna expend.
Normally, you'd have to declare that before you made the next attack, but,
Oh,
but
do I?
that's okay. We'll
Okay,
let it
sorry.
slide this time.
I thought it's a when you hit, so you don't.
It
have
is,
to
but your
declare it
first
until
your
after.
first attack hit. So you'd make the attack, then do the damage and declare the divine smite before you made your secondary attack. Is my point.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay,
But-
so I'm gonna do
yeah.
1 spell slot and do a 2d8.
Okay, dump it on it.
Not 3, 2.
Nice.
Well done.
Good hit. Yeah, the reason being that if you saw that the second one hit and did enough damage to kill it, you might have not
Oh.
done the divine smite. So
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay, that's
so,
fair.
But as I said,
I'll make
it's-
sure I call it out at least my first attack.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just a case of getting used to doing it all. So we are not so friggin' rules lawyery or obsessed with things that we ain't going to allow a little bit of
I'm still
leeway.
learning.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
Yes.
Okie dokie. It is going to attempt to basically just, with its right claw, kind of like just reach back and swat at you, Benifer. Again, it has disadvantage. It already misses, huh?
Yep.
So you don't need to roll the other one. And then with its beak, it attempts to peck Lyra. And it's don't need to roll the next one because it missed with that as well. Okay, so this thing really it's kind of like, for everybody looking, it's almost comical. I mean, it just like raised a leg and pushed its leg out in the direction of Fenifer, but it was way off by probably 1.5 feet. And then it like makes an idle attempt at pecking Lyra, but misses by about 2 feet and gets a beak full of sand instead. And then you kind of see the thing just like shake its head and sand like comes out of its jaws.
Is is the Benny Hill song playing during this?
Okay, Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at it again with my Sacred Flame. Keeping my distance and just gonna bop it again with it. Achoo!
Alrighty. Again, it will have disadvantage to try to resist that. That would actually pass, so let's roll the second one. And that would not, so
Nice.
it eats it. So 15 points of radiant damage. Alright, this thing is now definitely on its last legs. It's having a hard time keeping both legs up. It's kind of dropping to the floor and like acting very kind of like limp and feeble. Lyra. Actually, I need, before we do anything else, I need to give this thing a saving throw.
Okay.
For
what?
To see if it shrugs off that blindness, because I was supposed to be making a dice roll for that.
Gotcha.
And it still doesn't, so it's still blind. You're good.
Nice.
It's still blind.
I'm gonna try to keep my grapple on it so others can attack it. On the ground, I guess. So, should I do another strength check?
Yes, indeed.
No, I don't think this will hold for much longer.
It gets a disadvantage on these as well, because technically it's... let's see. A 15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and...
With my 1d4, I guess.
Yeah, add that if you want it.
17.
Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't the D4?
Yep. So you're adding 2 to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's making it 17. All right, and second roll. Nope, it's still grappled.
Woo!
Poor
Great.
bastard.
He's still
strong.
holding that wing down.
I'll do a 1-360 with it while I can. Alright.
That's almost what it looks like. Okay, Blasticus.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have some bird chicken wings or eagle wings or whatever.
Bird chicken wings.
So I'm shooting it.
You hit it for 15 more
Nice.
fiery things.
Bird chicken wings.
So much unnecessary.
So chicken
description.
wings.
So just a chicken wing.
Well, I wanted to say, do you know what The Rock is cooking? But
Well,
Did you know that, The Rock?
is kind of
Oh,
like
I'm
a
so
rock.
glad you didn't.
right, I know.
All right. Okay. Many of its feathers are singed. This thing probably couldn't fly now if it wanted to.
Ooh.
Fenifer.
Me.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna keep
Come on, Fen.
macking.
Did it give up? Is it just not
Yeah, it's-
attacking anymore?
No,
Is
it's.
it
I
done?
mean, it's struggling. It's struggling.
Oh,
It's just
darn
it clearly.
So we
looks,
can't train it to fly south?
At this
Do
point,
I-
it probably couldn't get itself off the ground, let alone any of you people.
Right.
Alright.
Do I roll this attack with advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
right?
still blind.
I love 5e.
Great.
Uh-oh.
No, sorry. I'm just.
Oh my god.
I'm just doing something. Someone pointed out that it was still on the. There.
I don't
look.
make its mom. That's the mom.
that's it, Sean.
Baby.
No!
All right. You
Okay.
slam it for 10 points of damage. You doing anything
Great.
else with that, or are you just
I
taking
will-
the 10?
I will do that. No, you know what? No. I'll take another of the things, the smites.
Okay, you want to smite it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna smite it again.
Burn another spell slot.
5e have
Smite,
unlimited
smite, smite,
smiting?
Do I have? Oh, I meant to do 2. Sorry.
Okay, so roll another one. 4. Okay, so that's actually 14 points of damage.
How
Wow.
cute.
Good job.
Aww.
And now I get to attack again.
You do?
And now you make your second
Yeah.
attack. Yep.
No, really hurt. Oh, really hurt him this time.
Well,
Yes.
plus a d4.
Roll your d4.
Come on.
Is that enough?
It is just enough.
Bless, baby.
And you hit it for 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Plus coming
basically
handy.
what happens is you slam this thing like whack, whack with your mace. As you do so, the thing kind of rears up. Lyra, what the feather you were holding on to suddenly comes flying out. You kind of fall backwards onto your backside, holding
I meant to do that.
a 4 foot, basically like a 4 foot long wing feather, like a huge black crow's feather.
Oh, cool.
But more importantly, what happens to the bird when you kill it?
Oh.
Benifer?
Oh, me?
Yeah, because you've killed it.
Okay, so I'm running up to its skull basically with my big mace in hand, and I'm going to
Oh.
throw it down and be like, "Who wants chicken tonight?" and just crash down.
I feel like chicken tonight.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And I'll
alright, yeah.
smush it.
You brain the
Bash his little
bird
birdie brains.
relentlessly in the name of Pelor, and crack its skull open. It kind of gives one more large kind of like with its wings, and then rests in the sand for all eternity to move no more. You have killed it. Congratulations.
Oh boy!
I'm gonna pocket the giant eagle feather.
Your
That's
pockets
cool.
aren't big enough, but
I fold
Stick
it
out
up
of your pocket like a little flag.
out of my bag.
okay.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But yeah, I mean, it's a huge feather.
Okay. I'm still sticking it in my bag, even though it sticks out.
Yeah, as I
6
said,
feet.
it's probably about this wide, and as I said, it's 4 foot long.
Ooh.
So it's like it's almost like one of those giant palm leaves that people use to fan people. That's about how big it is.
That's cool.
Do you like our flag?
We have defeated the Eagle of the East. Congratulations, everyone.
Oh, hey.
They put up a good fight.
Absolutely, that was quite a romp. My goodness,
That was a scrap.
he was quite a little aggressive one.
So
Yeah.
how'd you hold him down like that? That's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Well, I think that one of its wings was just a little weaker than the other. That's all. Was impressive, though, wasn't it?
Oh, you could tell which one. Wow, that's
Well, yes. Can you tell by the indentation right here? I'm just going to point at a random spot. I could tell that the right wing was quite a bit weaker than the left, which is why I went for it.
Wow, you're very knowledgeable about giant eagles.
well. I guess when you spend enough time around these parts, I guess you get to learn about the indigenous creatures that are around here, huh?
Right. These things are nasty. I've taken down quite a few back near the temple.
no.
Oh, by yourself?
Yes. It tried to get right at, the door we left at the top, it tried to fly through it once. It's
Screaming
crazy.
goat sound. There you are.
Are you okay, goat?
You just like and then it like nuzzles you, almost affectionately, like a cat would.
Oh.
So, do you know how to defeather and skin it?
You want to defeather the whole thing?
Maybe just like a leg or something.
Or-
Oh, you want it to eat or as a
Well,
pet?
Well, field dressing this bad boy here might take a little bit. Might take a while.
Yeah, that would take quite a long time. We have rations and things, and stuff we stole from that camp.
Leslie's got an appetite on him. Look at he's all skin and bone. Of course he's gonna want to eat this giant eagle. Got to get those wizard muscles in.
It's wizard muscles.
You
Gotta learn to flex those pets.
waste not, want not. Isn't that the phrase you say when you
So are there are a lot of those running around out here, Lyra, or do we have to just maybe worry about just that one in this territory?
Well, I'm thinking I've killed a lot of them in the past, so hopefully there's not many more. We'll find out, won't we? Hopefully that wasn't part of a family and they're searching, so we should probably head south quickly.
All right. Well, you two lead the way.
Yep, go on, little Mr. Go. Go ahead.
I'm actually going to use a dagger that I have and cut a few of these wings off. I mean, a few of these feathers off to create kind of like an umbrella to beat out the sun, like to hold it above my head.
Yeah, I mean they're not heavy because they're heavy considering that they're feathers, but I mean.
Other umbrellas.
I'm making a feather umbrella.
You got 3 or 4 of them, and you fan them out, and you like hold them over yourself.
Yeah, just like kind of over my shoulder,
directly against the parapet of the sun to stop it shining directly on top of you. Okay, that works.
No.
Okay, and you guys are going to continue to head south. Alrighty. None of you were particularly badly hurt in that scuffle, so yeah.
I'm not going to mention the hoist the goat thing I heard you say, Lasticus. That was quite rude.
I failed to see how that was rude.
Alrighty.
We're going to sacrifice this goat.
Well,
it is fair, it was a good strategy.
Too much longer. Late afternoon with a good set of legs underneath you and a solid stroll, you guys will eventually see ahead of you as it kind of like the ground like begins, the dunes are kind of like dissipating more and it starts to level out and you can see a vast mass of shimmering blue in the distance, which is the coastline. And as you get closer and closer, you start to notice a few more palm trees and then a reasonably small settlement, which is right next to the coast itself.
Sweet.
I think that's something better than that.
Are there lots of people about?
Well, from this vast distance, you can't really tell. You're kind of getting closer and closer to it, but you're not close enough to really make out a lot of detail at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna walk up to it, I imagine.
Okay. Eventually, yep, you get close enough to where you can see it. The settlement, because it's not really a village, it's not really a town. The settlement. It's divided into 2 distinctive kind of types of things that you see, 2 types of dwellings. You can kind of see adobo buildings, like dried sand has been used to kind of like create like solid physical structures, and there's a small cluster of those buildings kind of over to your left. To the right are more like tents and stuff like that. The majority of the people are to the right. You can see a plethora of people going in and out, lots and lots of the magic hand spell. There you go. Perfect spell. A lot of people, and you can hear a volume of people kind of bantering and talking over there, like a desert bazaar. Beyond that, you can see some docklands with a couple of smaller ships, but there is also one huge, large-looking galleon that's docked up and moored up as well.
Well, that one that's the size of the one we came over on.
Yeah.
Guys, so maybe that's our ticket out.
Possibly. We need to go meet up with Sim Galatel first.
Yeah, let's get rid of this.
Back.
Yes, let's get this goat to its rightful owner here. So that's the proper thing to do. It's the godly thing to do. It's the Pedalor thing to do.
Don't disagree with that. Let me see where his place is. Can I ask someone that's walking by?
Sure. Yeah, as you kind of get closer to where everybody is, stop some woman who is kind of like carrying like a large basket underneath her arm that looks like it's got several fish in it, some fresh oranges and stuff like that. She's obviously just been down to the bazaar and is heading back towards the structures. Okay.
Can you kindly point me to where Sim Galatel lives? I've forgotten.
She kind of like nods and almost bows to you. Gets very, very low, and
yes.
She points
yes. Queen Lyra
all the way down to this building here at the end of the first row.
Okay. Quite kind of you. Thank you.
Are you holding your hand out to her?
Make you sit if you'd like.
Okay, so what she does is she kind of like looks a little confused, and then she like reaches up like hesitantly, briefly just takes hold of your fingers and goes, shakes it twice, and then pulls away and stands up and ushers herself off, like hoisting her skirt up around her ankles and waddling off as quickly as she can with her basket in tow.
I get it. Germs are a thing. I get it. Okay. Just right there.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Head to the building.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
I figure that's what we're doing.
Let's
beeline
keep going.
straight down to that building. Okay. So as you start getting closer and closer to it, once you get to about here, the goat suddenly starts to dig its feet in and like starts to like resist. And it's like and is like pulling back against you.
Ooh, you got a feisty one.
Okay, well, I'm assuming I can kind of feel that it's hesitant to go back. What's the matter, goat? You know, what's your kind beloved owner?
It
Come
kinda
on,
like
let's go, let's
it like
go.
prances a little bit in like in place, and then like keeps pulling its head, like trying to pull the rope from your hands. It's
Weird.
failing, but
I'm gonna look up at you three. It doesn't want to go back.
Oh, maybe he knows he's gonna get in trouble. Gonna get a little smack or two for running away.
I mean, maybe it was like an animal jailbreak, you know?
Yeah, it could be, absolutely.
Come on, I'm gonna start pulling. Let's go see him. Come on.
What's Lyra's strength?
Oh, let's see here. My strength is 12.
12? Okay, in that case, give me a roll against the goat.
Okay.
Okay, with the goat digging its hooves
Can
into
hold
the
down
sand,
an eagle, but not a goat.
You're not able to pull it forward
You
by
used it
yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the
I'm
more
so
you pull it, the
tired.
more its front hooves, it's like locked its legs straight, and the more you pull it, the more its angled front hooves dig into the sand, and it's just kind of like firming up its position. By yourself, you cannot pull it forward.
Any help here? Do you want to go talk to this Sim while I try to get this goat over to the door?
Well, you need help pulling that goat.
Why don't you go knock on the door? Maybe suss this person out. What if they're terrible people trying to, I don't know, do bad goat things?
What if they want to eat this goat and the goat knows about it?
I mean, can't they do whatever they want though? It's their property.
Yes, but I just need some help getting this goat back. It's not moving. Ugh.
Right. So do you
I'm
want
so-
help getting the
faint.
goat, or?
Maybe one person can
Get
help me.
my
One
goat.
person can go knock on the door, let them know we're coming.
Right. Hey, Finn, why don't you go talk to him? I'll help Miss Lear here with the goat.
Oh, sure. What's his name again?
Sim Galatel.
Sim. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
Vasquez? Yes, come on over. All right.
Yeah, we'll start herding the goat.
Traipse on over, and I'm gonna go knock on the door, I guess.
Okay. So who's going over to the building specifically? I know Fenifer and who?
Me.
Okay, so just Fenifer and Lasticus.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you go up and knock on the door, and you hear footsteps coming towards the door. Alrighty, let me go ahead and move just you guys to this map.
The butcher shop. It's like goat heads hanging everywhere.
I mean...
Okay. So you knock on the door. The door is opened by... Let's see. There's Fenifer. Okay, you guys are on this map. So the individual that you see opens a door. He has a blue turban with a large gold brooch adorned on it. He is wearing kind of like light lilac-y purple kind of robes. He has the most piercing, sort of centered blue eyes. He opens the door and looks at you, and then with a really big smile, he says, "Yes?"
Well, hello there. We're looking for Sim.
You have found the home of the great Sim Galatil.
Oh, yes. Okay, I would like to maybe speak to him for a moment, if that's all right with you.
Oh, his greatness is in! May I tell him what this is pertaining to?
We would like to just behold his magnificence for a moment, if that's all right with you.
It is not for me to decide, but I will present yourselves to the great Sim Galatel, who, shall I say, seeks the urgent
Of course,
meeting
yes.
of
This
himself.
is, I am Fenifer P. Cunningham, and this is Lactius. Go ahead. Tell me your name. Go ahead, you're a big boy. You can do it.
This is my name is Elasticus Swallow. Hello.
Anafa and Lasticus, you may cross our threshold and stand here in our hallway. Please,
Thank you.
come in.
I'm just gonna enter. Yeah.
Sure, yes.
He
Nice
invites you
waiting
into the
room. This is
building.
lovely. Look at this rug. My goodness.
And with that, he then turns and says, "You must wait here until I have found if Sim Galatel will meet you with an audience."
Of course. You
And
got
he
it.
wanders through this door.
As he goes, I'm gonna look to Fenifer and be like, just say we're about to travel the seas, and we heard he could bless us or something. Like he's so prestigious. Or
Oh, that's great. Good idea, Lassie. You're so smart. God, I just love how smart you are. Okay. All right. That's what I'll say. I got it. Don't worry. Don't giggle too much. I don't want him to know.
A strong smell of flavorful and vibrant smells kind of like drifts from the right of this open doorway where you can hear the crackling of an open fire. You can smell vibrant spices like saffron and cinnamon and all the kind of like exotic spices that you have in Arconis but are really not utilized in general Arconian food.
Gotcha. I'm going to wander over there and I'm going to peek my little head in.
Okay.
What y'all cooking in there? That smells amazing.
There are two servants. They basically have a suckling pig being roasted over a large open fire. They have pots dotted around with kind of like creamy red sauces with large lumps of meat. They have rice on the go. They're cupping up fish, preparing lobster, dicing up some kind of red meat, and generally like preparing a large quantity of food.
My goodness, y'all
By
are
the time
busy in
you've
here.
had time to eye that, the gentleman has walked back through, and he says, "Blessings are upon you this day, for Sim Galatel will indeed allow you to sit in the comfort of his home and enjoy his hospitality. Follow me."
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I didn't get your name. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I am Cadel Rao, Vizier to Sim Galatel.
Well, I just love it. You look fantastic in that lilac, by the way. It's just doing so much for your complexion. I absolutely adore it. Thank you so much.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh, do you think so?" No, I'm completely legit. He does. He goes,
Oh, he
"Oh, do you
says it
think
like-
so?"
oh my! You. Yeah, a little.
You don't think it's a bit much?
No, I don't. It's just your eyes are so piercing. It just goes perfectly. But you just sounded a little different a second ago. You may be doing a little thing there.
Oh, that's my vizier's voice. It has to be very official, Anyway, come this way.
Oh my goodness, I love it. You get into character so good. You're doing great. I hope you get a promotion or something.
He kind of looks back and goes, "Well, I'm already the vizier. What do you think I'm going to get promoted to? Camel
Well, I
jockey?"
don't know how to hire it. I'm just saying, I could put in a good word. I think you're doing great. Maybe a little vacation time or something.
Okay, he wanders through the door.
We'll follow him.
Huh?
Okay.
Just come on, lassies. Just come on.
Yeah, I'm shuffling
As soon
behind
as
you.
you
Don't worry
go
about
through into the chamber, there are giant cushions everywhere, rugs laying on the floor. There are huge platters of different kinds of meats and vegetables and fruit. Between all of the cushions, there are decanters of wine. And everybody is just sitting here kind of like lavishly eating and drinking and gorging themselves gratuitously. Sitting in the center is a muscled man with a white turban leaning on a large, big, kind of red vellum pillow. And as you walk in, he kind of does a quick bow and says, "Who is it that seeks the audience with Sim Galatel of Amktamad?"
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Thank you so much. I am Finifer P. Cunningham of P-Lore, and this my dear friend here over here. Come on, Leslie. Come on. Come on.
I sidle up behind you, like a little behind your right shoulder, but in view of him.
I'm sorry, he's a little shy. I'm trying to get his confidence up, so just give me a second here. You're gonna do this on your own. I know you can do this. Okay, just make yourself big. You got this. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna make myself big, but
Okay, make yourself medium. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I am Elasticus Swalwell, professor of sorts.
I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Please, make yourselves at home.
Oh, thank
Seat,
you.
sit.
Can I pick this pillow right here? This is lovely. I love the pattern on this one. I'm just gonna have a little sit right here. That's great.
Go for the more plain one.
To our fine wines and any of our delectable delicacies that you see before you. Do not be shy.
Well, thank you. No, I wouldn't want to be rude. Let me just here. No, my hand sounds less. It's like, come on, my friend.
Yep,
A little.
I'm gonna grab.
It would be
some.
rude
I mean,
to say no.
Yep.
There's roast pork, there's chickens, there's camel, there's apples, bread, fruit, vegetables. I mean, it's a gratuitous amount of food for a handful of people.
This is quite a feast y'all have here. My goodness, it smells amazing in here.
It really does. Thank you.
Now, what can Sim Galadel do for you?
Well, Sim, I'm so glad you asked. We are actually going to go on a voyage, and we heard a little birdie around town saying that maybe you could give us one of your glorious blessings upon us before we head out on our journey. What do you think?
Blessing?
Yeah.
You may indeed depart with my blessing. And may you have safe journeys and pleasant voyages.
Thank you very much. We were also wondering if we could maybe buy some food from you. A journey's a long trip, and
Buy?
well, you know,
Sim
like,
Galatel does not intend to sell the food to his guests. What a strange custom. No, you are my guest. Eat your fill.
no. I was thinking more like livestock, like cattle, or you know.
We have no cattle, but camel we have aplenty.
You don't have any cattle like pigs or goats or horses?
We have goat and pig.
Because those can provide ample food for a long voyage without...
And where do you wish to travel to?
We are traveling home to our Arconis, across the sea.
Oh, across the great sea. Well, if you are going to take livestock upon a vessel, you will also need food for the livestock. See
Are your...
that the livestock will waste away and die, and be of no use to you.
Are your livestock in good health, good spirits?
Those that have not yet been consumed are being fattened up for that very purpose.
Or while they're chatting, I want to do a divine sense on him again. Or the
Okay.
that one, and I want to see if I can detect any.
Alrighty. Hop it up. Hop it up for the chatters.
Beep, beep, beep. It's in my class, not in my spells, you dummy. Got it.
Okay. Okay, as an action, you open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you. There is no that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, or any being whose presence you sense but is not its identity, the vampire count, blah blah blah, for instance. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here that's kind of giving you that noxious odor or horrific feel. Probably no devils or demons or fiends or zombies, vampires, or anything nasty like that here.
What about someone who just like maybe lies too much or anything?
That divine sense won't pick that up.
Damn it. Okay.
So I'm just gonna. I hope this works. I'm just gonna say, my friend Fenifer and myself have a mutual friend who's very sensitive to the well-being of her animal friends. She's annoyingly so. Am I right, Fenifer?
We have many
yes.
people like this in this vicinity that only eat fresh fruit and vegetables and do not partake of the flesh of others.
Right. So I'm hopeful that if we were to barter with you, the livestock we acquire would be happy and not abused or victimized or tortured or anything prior.
They are goats and pigs. They are content to eat and sleep. They have done so aplenty.
Yes, of course. I think that's all to be expected. That's exactly what livestock should go through, right?
Right, yes.
So, you wish for me to gift you goats and pigs? Is that why you come before Sim Galatel?
Well, not quite. See, the thing is, on our travels through the desert, we came across a field of cactuses, and we happened upon a goat. That's...
So you have one ready for your vessel already.
Well, the thing is, it had a medallion across its neck, a collar, if you will, and it had your name on it.
Okay, perception checks, please, you two.
Oh boy.
Booyah!
Nice!
Natural 20!
Nice.
All right. Okay.
That one.
The subtleties of this will pass beyond Lasticus, but not beyond the keen senses of Fenifer, who catches a note that as soon as you refer to that, Cadel Rao over here, his eyes kind of like widen, and for a moment a look of shock and concern hits his face. And Sim Galatel kind of like, a goat, you say? With a medallion? Did it perhaps have markings upon it?
We didn't get really a good look at it, so we're just kind of wondering if you know anything about that.
I have misplaced a very special goat. If you have this goat, and you return it to me, not only would I happily provide you with ample food and drink for your voyage, but I may be able to make an introduction to a ship's captain who, with my favor, may be willing to travel and take you across the ocean to where you wish to go.
Okay. Okay, that's a great offer.
I would mention, without the favor of Sim Galatel, the likelihood of one of them allowing you passage is most extremely unlikely.
Well,
At least
let's just say we can
anything
track down this
great
goat
price.
that you're looking for. If you could just tell us a little bit more about what makes it so special, perhaps.
Well,
Make sure we got the right one. We saw a couple. He forgot.
you will not
He's got
find
a
other
fuzzy
goats
memory.
that do not possess a large gold medallion around their neck. This particular goat, its flanks are white. Its head is black.
Okay.
But it has a
okay.
white patch in the shape of a heart upon its head.
Oh, that's just precious.
They tell
mean,
if you
I
know where this
think
goat is, you
I
would
think it might have been a heart. It could
strongly
have been a
advise to
diamond.
bring it to me.
I thought it was a spade myself.
It had a point for sure at the bottom. I just don't remember at the top what shape, if it went more point or
If it
little
had
heart.
a gold medallion around its neck,
Gotcha. Okay, so what's so special about this goat, if I might ask?
it belongs
Sam? I
to
just
me,
want to know.
and you will return
Well, yeah,
it
don't
to
they-
me for my favor. Of course. If you do not return it to me, then instead of friendship, I will consider this a very unfriendly act. And instead of my favor, you may incur my wrath.
Sam, I'm so offended. I'm trying to help you find this sweet little goat. I just said. I'm just trying to understand what's
I will give
happening.
you
So I don't
5
get.
such goats
I want
in
to get my
exchange for
goats
this one.
confused.
Bring it to me.
Give me what?
I would gladly give you 5 such goats in exchange for this one. If you
Oh,
bring
so this
it
is a
to me.
very, very special goat. Wouldn't you say, Elasticus? This goat might be the best thing we've ever found, if we were to find it again.
I mean, I've plundered many treasures and many depths. This seems to.
Yeah, this guy
White
can
currency.
sniff out anything. Let me tell you. If you want us to find that goat, we're gonna find that goat. I'm just making sure I don't want to bring the wrong goat and look like a real fool with egg on my face if I bring the wrong goat to you.
Right.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this goat that might help me understand? Like maybe if the markings are just the same, a little similar, that way I can know which goat is the right goat.
He's just kind of like gone to a point of scowling at you there more than anything.
I can see you're getting frustrated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna stand up and be like, we will go and see what we can find. We'll be back very soon, very shortly.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little sip of this though, because it's really good. Okay, and now we're gonna go find that goat. Don't worry, sir. Mr.
I
Sim, we'll find that
believe-
goat right away.
That you know where this goat is. Do not take me for a fool. After all, if you came across a goat that had a gold medallion around its neck, you would have at the very least taken the gold medallion. Even if you discarded the goat. To make me believe that you did neither of these things, you must consider me a fool.
It's not. No, that's not the case at all. It's more that our mutual friend is very sensitive and she's afraid of towns. So they're like right outside of town, and then
Yeah, they're just wandering around doing goat stuff.
But
we'll
you
find them,
so
don't
you
worry.
do know in fact where the goat is.
Well, we
But
know
we
where
don't
it
know
was.
precisely.
I mean,
we know where where we left them, and now we're
She-
gonna go.
She wanders. You know, she's a wanderer. She's
Yeah.
you know, with a bow and arrow kind of deal.
And you know that goat's hard to keep around, obviously, since it got out. So we're just gonna try to make sure that we can find where they are.
Well, I will trust in your ability to find your friend, but if you have not done so by sunset, do not worry. I will send out many armed men to find and retrieve my goat and assist you in finding her.
Perfect. That would be very helpful to find these two very important people that we want found. Absolutely. You got it. That's great. Would you say that's great, Laskus?
Yeah, it bears repeating. That's a great idea.
You're so helpful, Sim. I have to say, I just love your leadership and how helpful you've been. This has been wonderful. Thank you. I can't wait to go find this goat for you. I'm plumb excited. I can't wait. I gotta get going. I gotta go going, you know? What'd you say?
Sundown.
Yeah, we got some, time's ticking. We gotta go.
I'm gonna bow, turn, and head for the door. I mean,
Okay, bye everyone. Have a great day. Have a good feast. Love you. Have a good day.
They all just basically are glaring at you the entire time as you walk out, as you back out the door.
Okay, as we walk out, I'm gonna kind of whisper to Lassie. It's like, I think that went great. I think we really got to the bottom of things right there, don't you think? Let's go find our friends.
Just shut up and keep moving.
Okay. So you're going to head back outside?
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, while they have been in there in the house, what has Fiffany and Lyra been up to?
Well, it's back legs. We can get it. Come
All
on.
right, okay.
3, 2,
Hey,
1.
what? Hey!
That's it.
That's been essentially in a microcosm what we've been doing.
So where are you moving the goat to? Because the two of you can easily manipulate the goat into wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, but it's kicking and button, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's not going willingly, but you can, like, drag it in a direction.
Yeah, I mean, I assume towards the door they
Towards
went
the
in,
door.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no reason we wouldn't be.
All right, so when they come out, you're probably just about getting level with the side of the building.
Finally.
You two
Yeah.
come walking out, and you can kind of see them
All right,
pulling
so-
the goat in your direction.
so-
We're just gonna do a little yippity-doo, little U-turn over on over here.
Was
to
this not the right
side.
way? Was it? What did we not go the right way?
No, we went the right way. Just let's go on and have a little conversation, maybe about really important things.
Yeah, I'm gonna point him over here to this palm tree on
Tiffany,
the.
you know what I'm saying?
Did you say plum tree?
All right, girl.
Over
Okay.
here.
Okay, let's go.
Took us
All right.
all this time, but fine.
The
Let's
goat
go.
will give you no trouble at all going in this direction.
Well, what?
Okay,
All right.
everybody just calm down. Everybody calm down. So Lassius and I, with our amazing detective skills, we deduced that this guy, he's a little crazy for this goat. Let me tell
Well,
you.
I assume so. I mean, he has a gold chain around his neck. Who does that?
Yeah, so this
Oh yeah, the
goat
gold
is definitely.
medallion around it. The gold medallion itself must be probably worth 20 gold pieces.
Yeah. Who does
we
that?
take-
So
Can we maybe take that off him? Just like, does it come off? That
So
guy?
It's a her.
Is it a her?
Yes, it's a her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
Was-
sorry.
Just look
Oh,
underneath.
sweet.
I did.
What?
I'm so sorry, honey. I did not. I should not have assumed. Okay.
Well,
Well,
why-
check for a dangle.
why would we take its medallion? I'm sorry. I'm maybe not following you. What's
Okay,
going on?
Yes,
All right.
explain.
Let's start from the beginning.
Please.
So anyway,
Hmm.
Sam is a very, very powerful man. He's got a lot of spices.
I told you,
I've
he's
never
well
smelled-
known in this area. Yes.
Yes, I've never smelled something as delicious as what he's got cooking in there. He's a very powerful man.
Yeah.
Anyway, aside from that,
Everyone knows the more spices you have, the more powerful you
of
are.
course. Okay.
Just so you guys know, we
Especially
only have
after you
to.
eat the spices.
I'm just gonna interject to be like, just so you know, we only have till sundown. So
Only have till sundown for what?
We're explaining. Hold on.
Oh,
He
sorry.
might
All right,
answer
please, I'm
to
sorry. You're right.
He was willing to
All right,
help
all
us.
right, all right.
He really, really, I'm saying, really wants this goat, and he is. I would say maybe just a bit gaga for this goat in a way that maybe makes me think that
Oh.
there's something off on him. I didn't get a sense of anything
That's
really bad.
gross.
He's just the amount of how much he wants this particular goat worries me a bit.
Oh,
It's like
Why? Let's.
I don't know. You know, people on the farm sometimes they do things that are a little questionable. I don't know if this is maybe a special girlfriend goat, or if he's got some other kind of plans for it. But it is not a. It doesn't seem like it's a meat goat. It seems like
let's-
maybe this goat is for some other purpose.
Let's
Well-
take a look at this goat. Is there something special we
Wow.
missed on it?
while that's happening, I'm gonna go in front of the goat so it's looking at me. And in the sand, I'm going to write 1 + 1 = And I'm going to look up to the goat and be like, solve it.
See, there you go.
No,
That's
just
pretty
wait.
Lefty,
Goat,
you're a
solve it. Can you solve this?
come on, goat.
Okay. The goat kind of looks at the ground and then looks at you,
Mhm.
and then it just kind of like goes in the sand with its left hoof.
What? That's a smart goat.
Okay. So here's the thing: when we got attacked by that big giant eagle, that goat gave me the most knowingest glance. I swear. I thought maybe I was just seeing things that were in the desert for a long time. I haven't had any glass of water, but I'm just saying he gave me a look like maybe, or she. I'm so sorry. She gave me a look like maybe she knew oh no, this giant eagle's going to eat me. And that seems crazy to me, right?
Because ask it if it's even a goat.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it stumped its feet and knew math. So.
Right, ask if it's a goat or not.
Yeah, maybe you can nod its head. Nod its head. Tell it that.
Well, you could ask it too. I mean,
Well, you're the one doing all the problem things, so you do it.
Are you a goat?
Tell him to stomp once if you're not. Stomp two.
Well,
Stomp 2 times if you're a goat.
Okay, let's be fair.
Are you actually a goat?
She currently is a goat, so she might answer
Right,
yes
but
because she
Is
don't want to
that
lie.
is that your natural form? A goat. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Yeah. What my friend Lyra said.
Okay.
Come on, goat.
It kind of goes in the sand.
Oh shit!
Can we take this medallion off this goat? Will that come off?
Can we go farther away to discuss
Goat,
this?
Goat, can I take that off you? May I?
1 for no, 2 for yes.
Are you changing the
Oh,
yes and no?
I'm gonna take off the medallion.
Okay, are you taking the collar off, or are you just going to leave
Yeah,
the
just-
collar?
I don't know
Whatever-
which one's no and which one's yes anymore.
Whatever the whole thing is to get the
Okay.
medallion off, I want to take the whole thing
So
off.
once you take the collar off, the rope tied to the collar will not be attached. You want to like reattach it over the goat's neck, or are you just going to not?
Yeah, I don't want it to like get away.
Okay.
I just want to get the medallion off.
Okay. Yep. So you kind of like take the collar off and then just like create a noose on the rope
Yeah.
and just slip it over its neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still holding on to it.
Okay.
Let me just take a look at this. Does anything happen when I take it off?
Hey, 42. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello, thank you,
Hey,
Faithful.
thank you,
Welcome.
Faithful.
Hey, guys.
Here,
Dealing with a goat.
give the medallion to me. I can.
Yes, of course. Here,
Sorry.
take a look.
So
What do you think?
I'm gonna spend a decent amount of time doing a ritual to detect magic on it. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
obviously,
Okay, so you want to use your ritual so you don't burn anything? Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna do the same, but on the goat.
Oh. Well, you can do it on the go.
Do it on the goat.
Yeah, I'll do it on the goat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the medallion in the sand, put marks around the sand, and focus and mumble words and cast detect magic on the medallion.
Okay.
While he does.
I'm
the
going to
goat.
cast
Yeah.
Pass Without a Trace on us, by the way, while we're having this whole discussion.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I'm like getting up in the gum. I'm like looking at its eye and like pulling out its teeth to take a look. Yeah.
It
Feeling
doesn't
its
seem to like
haunches,
that
you know.
very much. It like pulls back against that.
All right, I know. I gotta do what I gotta do. Just let me do my
Come
thing.
on, calm down, honey.
Hold it.
Hold on to it.
Hold it.
So, but you're actually doing a detect magic ritual.
Yes,
Tiffany?
here I'll pop it up there.
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the chat.
That's fine. All right. So you, Elasticus, you put your arcane symbols and etch them into the sand with the medallion at the center of it. You concentrate. You focus. You utter your arcane words. Wave your arms over the circle. And there appears to be no magical radiance or emanence coming from the medallion. Now, Fiphony, on the other hand, yes, there is a aura of magical sense coming from the goat itself. As you continue to focus, you start to sense that it is a very strong transmutation magic is on this goat.
Y'all, I don't think this is really a goat.
Well, yes, it just said it
That's
wasn't a
what we've
goat.
been saying.
Is that
No,
all
but I
you,
mean,
all
I
you
mean,
found out?
I mean, something else is making it not a goat. Like, it doesn't want to be a goat. I think someone else has made it be a goat. You see what I'm saying?
Elasticus, don't you know a lot about
That's what I'm saying.
transmutation stuff?
I mean, there are. I mean, yes, there are spells that. can
Well, is there a way
change
you
people.
can? Yeah, is there a way you can reverse it? Because I don't think. I think this goat's not a goat.
We got to dispel it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, can you do that?
I could.
All right, so do it. Wave your fingers and make it happen.
I just don't know how powerful my my spell should be.
Well, I can
The
tell that
most
this.
powerful.
Yeah, I can tell you that whatever's holding this goat into its goat shape is very strong indeed.
The mold of the goat mold is strong.
The goat mold is very strong. All right, I'm telling you, it's tough.
I am going to dispel magic.
Okay.
But I'm burning my 6th level spell slot, so it's the most powerful dispel magic I can do.
Okay.
To change the goats, hopefully back.
All right.
From a transmutation spell, anti-transmutation.
You have dispel magic all along.
Of course I do.
Okay, so
so do I.
You're casting at a higher
So do
level.
I.
I know that.
I'm casting at 6th level, yes.
Okay.
And I also, I don't know if this will come into play, but just so you know, being a abjurer, I have this. So beginning when you cast an abjuration spell that requires you to make an ability check as part of casting that spell as a counter spell of dispel magic, you add your proficiency bonus to that ability.
Okay.
Ooh,
Now, yeah.
So it's a 4. So
Yeah, that matters because
Very
that
nice,
basically
Janet.
means instead of just getting your ability check, in your case the intelligence, you do get to add your proficiency bonus, which is so you get a d20 plus 9.
Inspiration! Use it!
So first of all, it is strong enough that you're not going to auto succeed, which is what your improved could have achieved. But you do have a plus 9.
And you have inspiration.
On your intelligence roll. You do have an inspiration point if you
I
want
am
to burn it.
gonna burn it. This seems important enough to save
the goat!
Save the
the
goat.
innocent goats.
Save the goat! Okay.
What if it's just another demon?
All right, give me just a
It's just a smaller goat.
Smaller.
Say that again, Gordon.
No, it's a giant
I said,
eagle.
give me just a
Oh,
second.
no.
Yeah, and it's like
Guys, I can't hear what we're gonna say.
No, I said, give me just a second then.
Okay.
This is so exciting.
For the umpteenth time. You set the color on that.
Holly!
Hello.
All right. So yeah, what's up, Ali? Yeah, you basically get to make this with advantage.
All right. So, I'll first roll the
Come on.
Reno.
And before you roll, or when you roll, okay.
oh, that's good stuff.
Well, I was about
That's
to
good.
tell you what you need, but that's more than enough.
Nice.
You cast
Ollie was a good luck
your
charm.
spell
Yeah.
on the goat. As you do so, a sparkling
beast moment.
energy kind of like begins to radiate up from the goat's fur and into the air. As the glowing sparkles lift, so does the imagery of a goat leaving behind what appears to be a young and beautiful Arabic woman who is on all fours.
I'm glad I didn't name you.
Oh my goodness.
So the first thing I'm gonna say is, I'm sorry for hoist the goat.
Yeah, she did
As
hear
she
you
kind of
say
like
that.
looks, as she's on her all fours, she like notices that her left hand is a hand, and she's like, "Ugh." And then as she just like looks up at all of you in utter disbelief, tears begin to just stream down her eyes.
Oh, you're so welcome.
She
You're so
grabs
welcome.
hold of Lasticus's leg and she's like, "Thank you, oh, thank you. I thank you so much for not taking me back to that horrible man and that cruel vizier. They made me like this as
Why?
punishment.
Oh. For what?
You see, I fell in love with daring and dashing ship's captain, and his charms and guiles were more than a young girl could resist. And there was but one night of steamy passion,
Oh my
but somehow
Not married.
my husband Sim Galatel found out, and
You're
he had his wicked vizier turn me into this wretched creature as punishment.
No one deserves that, honey. Nobody. Sorry, I
Yeah.
took honey from you, if that's okay.
Sounds like maybe she did.
I know that.
Whoa!
I mean,
saying it was your husband.
well, let's hear the rest of the story now.
Okay,
Yes,
let's hear
yes.
the rest of the story. I'm trying not to judge.
I
but-
could.
Me too.
I cannot judge him too harshly, for here it would have not been unjust if he would have had me executed for my infidelities.
There you go.
Instead, however, I feel or felt that being turned into this goat forevermore would be a punishment worse than death. But a week or so ago, I managed to escape, and I ran north. You found me as I stumbled across those cactus plants and desperately tried to nourish myself. And then you rescued me. Little did I know you were bringing me back to Sim Galatel. Please don't take me back to him.
Was he a bad husband to you? Is that why you strayed?
He was not a bad husband until I strayed.
Well, boy, I wish you hadn't said that.
Enough with judgment. No
I'm
one
not
deserves
judging.
this, no matter what.
Just saying.
To lose your human form is just terrible. What is your name, by the way? I'm Lyra, the legendary ranger. The Queen Lyra, if you'd like.
Elasticus. Hi.
I thank you.
Elasticus.
You don't have to. You can. Is she naked, by the way? I'm super.
Because it is a PG-13 stream, no, she is not. She is
Yay.
wearing a very,
I will shield her if not.
Okay.
and barely fitting loincloth.
Okay.
Sure.
But just so happens to cover all the necessary places.
Yay!
It's just, I am Salisandra. Salisandra
Or like
Galatel.
Salasaphalanderer. I tried.
Perhaps you do not need to tell my husband of my presence at all. Perhaps I could slip away and leave here without him ever knowing. Or
Well,
if he finds me like this, no longer in goat form, I fear the punishment this time will be death. Or worse.
well, here's the thing. We kind of promised him we would bring a goat back.
Oh, you
or he
can't!
was-
You just can't!
Well, or he's gonna send a hunting party out to find the goat. So either way, you're kind of in a bad situation. So we maybe
Just
should work
find a
this out.
goat and make it look like what she looked like.
His
you know.
vizier would
Well,
know.
I do have a very good description
Cadel
of what
would
the
never
goat.
fall for such a thing.
What if we just bring the medallion and say, "Oh, sorry, it got eaten by a giant eagle. My bad. Here's the
I
skull."
could show
and-
him the feather that we fought.
Yes, and the medallion.
Well,
say,
we
like,
didn't
"Oh,
fight the feather, but yes.
Here you go. This is. I'm so sorry. My bad."
I do not believe his suspicious nature would believe such a thing.
Well, what do you think he
would
would
have
believe?
Cadel Rao cast spells to discern if you are telling the truth. And when he found out you were lying, he would punish you as well as me.
No, I don't want to get to anywhere near that spell.
Well, what do you think he would believe? We'll address that later, Lyra. What do you think he would believe?
I do not know.
Well, you're his wife. Don't you know, like, how to trick him?
If he does not know that you
I'm
found
sorry.
me,
I'm sorry. Hold on. Is that what wives know how to do? Just innately? Is that?
It's a thing they learn.
I'm not sure. I just assumed that, like,
Love,
I hope
honor,
so.
trick,
Quite a
and-
thing to
enter.
assume about a woman.
About the wife, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Okay.
I'm just saying,
Be on your
you,
guard.
Good
you
to
learn,
know.
Be on
Good
your
to
you
know.
learn how to manipulate your man to get things done around the house. That's what Mama taught me. I don't know about you, but that's what I learned.
Everyone's tagging Flansing.
Let him know. Be warned.
He knows.
He knows.
It's like,
He knows.
Is
if you do not tell him that you found me, then he does not need to know.
Well, we already told him we found a goat with your description, unfortunately.
Oh, alas, what shall we do?
are any other people victims of what happened to you? Like other,
Not that I am aware.
but infidelity aside, he's not a good person, right?
He is a just man.
Oh shit! Well, shit.
That's too bad.
Papa Turtle, what's up, buddy?
Hello. Perhaps we can just return the medallion and Maybe we could leave it at the doorstep and just try to leave before sundown on the boat.
Well, here's the thing. He said he was going to make sure we didn't get on any boat if we don't help him with the goat.
Well, we do have till sundown to. He looked for us.
I know of one such boat that would give me passage, and I'm sure if you were those that had freed me would gladly give it to you too.
Is it the one with the captain that you fancy?
It is indeed.
Your home-wrecking boat?
Perhaps. Now
Well, that's fine with me.
What was this captain also punished by your husband?
he had left on the morning tide before my husband knew.
He's the worst kind.
But
And
he is due to be back in dock any day now.
any day.
If we could just lie low for a day or two and avoid the wrath of my husband, perhaps we could all escape.
Where are we supposed to lie low? This place is tiny.
Again, I do not know. There is little place here that we could hide for, that could shield us from Sim Galatel's reaches for more than maybe an hour or two.
You don't have any friends or anybody else? Just your
Believe
little...
me, nobody would offer shelter to Alessandra now. It is well known of my infidelity, and well known that anybody sheltering me or helping me could also be punished most severely. Our laws are very strict on such things.
And where were you kept, and how did you escape?
I was above on the roof of his dwelling. There is a small hut. They kept me locked away in the hut with fresh straw and water and food.
And did they...
Letting me out to walk among the upstairs courtyard only but twice per day.
It's not a life to live, everyone. We can't let her go back there.
No, I agree. It's not a great laugh, but I'm just saying.
She has more than paid her penance over the last, year or two as a goat?
Yeah, how long have you been a goat?
I have been a goat now for... I do not recall. I remember nothing from my time as a goat.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't seem very punishing, does it?
Time when you are a creature on four legs, time tends to lend differently to you. It felt like an eternity, but I'm sure it was not. As I said, I believe I have only seen sun and moon setting 2 times, or not setting, but the moon being full 2 times. Which is why I believe it will soon be time for the ship that he who I had the affair with would be back soon. But I do not know to the day. Only that it would be soon.
And this vizier, he is a spellcaster himself.
Kadarao is a great and powerful sorcerer, and one that dabbles in the darker arts.
So if we were to return with, you said if we were to return with a fake goat that was not you, he would sense it? I mean, it would be a known...
Unless you possess... As you were able to remove his wicked spell from me, perhaps you could do something to fool Catarel into believing that another goat was me.
I'm sorry, I don't... Such a spell is more personal to me. It's but I don't see how that would help either of us. I don't even want to suggest it because I don't want this idea out there.
Now I want to know.
Elasticus,
You can do it to yourself?
Come on.
I can. change myself into a ghost.
So you could be bait and hang out there until we
It would
have
only
safe passage, and then you could escape.
It's not the same kind of spell that I think that happened to her. It's a little bit more illusion transmutation, if that makes sense. And it would only last for an hour, and then it would break. So
you wouldn't be a proper goat. You'd just be like a looky goat. But if they touch you, the goat, no go on that goat. Is that what you're saying?
Sort of. It's
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complicated spell. It was used more for, breathing underwater. I would kind of use it for that purpose. It's an alter of appearance. I could give myself claws or fangs, or breathe underwater, or change myself to look like a dwarf or human. Well, I am human, but you know, stuff like that. I could change into a four-legged creature.
Perhaps we could just fool him for just a couple of days while we wait for this boat captain to get here, you know?
Every casting would only last for an hour. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Is there a way? What if we presented you and then you somehow ran off and there was like, oh no, there it goes, and then you just go transform back?
Oh, that wily goat just keeps getting out.
They go off on a wild goat chase.
Oh, Lyra, that's so clever.
See what I did there?
Thank you. I love it. Oh, she's so
and then
clever.
it's not on us anymore, and we return the goat. The goat just escaped.
When did
It's not a bad idea.
did Simgalatel say that he would come looking for us?
I look up at the sun. What's the sun doing?
I mean, it's going down. You've probably got maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, looks like sun's going down. Probably soon.
Yeah, probably immediately after.
Perhaps
the
we
sun
should
goes down.
flee. Perhaps we should flee here and...
I need to leave.
I'm
I
just
like
stumped.
this Lassicus idea.
I really don't.
I think it's fantastic.
I mean, you guys.
It's fun.
If
Fantastic.
the vizier is as powerful as is claimed,
Right, but
what if
I don't
what
think
if
you'll
there's
check.
contingencies on where I'm placed and puts and
Well, I think they'll see that you look exactly like the goat, and you'll have the medallion. So I don't think they would immediately be like, "Let me do some spells to see if this is the goat." They're gonna think it's the goat at least for a couple minutes before you run off. You know?
Yeah, but if they put me in a cage and the cage is,
Well,
I mean,
no,
I
it's
have
when
other
we
things
do.
I could do.
It's
but-
when we do the transfer. That's when you run away before you get into any kind of cage. You know?
Yeah, we'll have a loose grip on you, and then you'll just like, oh, here
Just
you go,
wiggle out.
oh, Butterfingers, and off you go.
You run
know?
for the hills and transform
And
back.
I'm
From
sure they
back
won't
here.
shoot you or try to catch you or do anything like that with camels and other things that are faster than a
It's
goat.
foolproof.
Lyra, I don't actually. The more we're describing how it's all going to
No,
go
yeah.
down, the less likely I
You
feel
know
like
what?
that's
We've
going to
kept
be
this goat long
successful.
enough. Let's chow down.
Yeah, I'm really stumped on what we should do. Maybe we should just, you know what? Maybe you should just go back to your husband like a good girl and just have a conversation with him. Tell him how you're feeling. Tell him how you can maybe fix your marriage. Give him some tips, some pointers. Maybe go to counseling. Maybe pray to Pelor. I'm just going to throw that out there just in case. That might help.
Turn to Pilar.
It could probably help solve a lot of your problems if maybe you just want to try that instead. No?
I
You
don't think so.
don't want to go back to your man? And I mean, you love him, right? You did?
Nope,
Did
she doesn't.
She turned back into a goat?
I think the moment he started turning her into something like that's not very godly.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
I really have a hard time with that. But I don't know what to do here. I just feel like maybe you guys just need to all have a little sit down.
Well, it sounds like that's not really going to help. I don't think.
So should we just smite him a bunch, or?
I mean, if you say, darling, you say that he's in the dark arts.
Is he a bad man?
Do you know what sort of dark arts they dabble in by any chance? Have you heard of saying any names or any books or anything laying around?
No, but I mean, he turns into a raven and spies on people and blackmails them from things that he sees. It is
I
him.
asked if he was a good man.
No, you asked.
Oh.
I am talking about Cadel Rao. I told you, Cadel Rao is into the dark arts. He was the one that turned me into a goat. Is that not dark enough? Such magic that can turn a person to that of an animal.
There ain't nothing more dark than a raven, girl.
Yeah, ravens are real dark. And
Ravens are the darkest.
Real creepy. They just rub me wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I understand. I ain't never heard of anybody following Pelor turn into a raven. Maybe majestic eagle, right?
Mhm.
Maybe something like a hawk, right? Something
Maybe
big and bright.
Wait,
Maybe even a little sparrow.
Maybe even a little sparrow,
Just
but a
be cool
raven?
and cute.
Everybody.
Looking up at
Raven?
the sun and starting to become increasingly.
everybody.
Yes.
What?
Does your husband, does he know that the vizier is a bad person?
In truth, I do not know. If he does, he may say nothing or act not against him for fear.
But he knew that you were goatified.
It was his declaration that I would be turned into this. The vizier said I should be burned alive, for all to see as an example of my wickedness.
Yikes.
But my husband could not bear it. He said he did not wish me killed.
So your husband cares for you to some degree.
You'd say he's controlled by this evil guy who's maybe a little heavy-handed with his justice.
Is the point, but I believe he is fearful of what Kadarao can do.
Oh, I knew it.
Enough that he would
lilac,
not.
it really
Enough that he would not
stresses-
act against Kadarao openly.
And your husband, is he, well, back at home they call him the mayor. Is he the leader of this place, like with that influence? Or is he just a tradesman?
He is not so much a leader, but a great merchant and the richest man here. Therefore, by wealth alone, he has authority. Such is our way. Wealth is power. Power is wealth.
Well, it sounds like this vizier needs to.
Yes.
Sounds like he needs to.
Get out
Sounds
of
like he
here.
needs a G.O.A.T.
He needs to
Yes.
get gone for sure
mean,
on that one. I'm fully unsubscribed to him. I'm not sure about the husband, but like maybe the vizier. We just
But if
kind
you
of
act against Kadorao, then my husband will surely come to his defense.
Okay, well,
Well,
why don't we?
His choice, I guess.
But why don't we try to talk to your husband away from Catarel to seek his feelings for you?
You do not understand.
I don't think that's
The
gonna
crime
happen.
that I have committed, he is resolute in my punishment. My husband was happy for me to be in this form. He will be enraged when he finds I have been freed from it. But this does not make him a bad man. As I said, it is I that committed a terrible act. I am the one who should and must be punished.
That's right.
Have-
I'm glad you can admit that.
Have you ever
It
heard
won.
of? Have you ever heard of Lord Nefen?
I'm gonna make a dice roll on that. And she's been here a while, so I'm gonna give her that on a local history in 15 or higher.
Phew.
The name I believe I have heard, but do not know where from.
Maybe the Vizier has.
He is a learned and knowledged man. If this is somebody that would be of renown, then I feel sure Kadorao would know of him.
So maybe we could say you were changed back, not by me, but by your king. And I'm going to point at Lyra.
King.
Oh.
And that Catarel is wanted.
Nish
For doing
Amnok
demon
would
acts
never
without
do
permission?
such a thing.
Say that again? Sorry.
Nish Amnok would never do such a thing. It is by his divinity that the law stands. He would never free me from this, knowing that I was an adulterer. Nishamnok is the rightful ruler of Sodoria.
I mean, Erosia.
Erosia. That's what I meant. Wrong continent.
Wrong continent.
I'm still confused about being a goat.
It's a long time.
It's been a while.
What if another demon came in and was like, nah, I want this girl for me, for my bride, and maybe Queen had something to say about that, and maybe stepped in, Lyra, and said, oh no, this is our goat prize now. You can't take her, otherwise curse upon you in this land. You think that
So
would
you want to
hold me weight?
use my status of Dark Queen to handle the situation?
What
The
if-
Dark Queen?
Yes.
What if you made me look like Lord Nefen?
That's interesting.
I could change my appearance to have that look.
Okay, now we've got something.
And we leash her like I did this, and that she's now my property.
Who is this Lord Nafen that my husband would heed him?
He's took over the land in the north just 3 days up. Many people fear him. I thought here too.
Is that who you speak of?
What do you call him here? A different name, perhaps.
No one speaks his name, but it is known that several days to the north is a great and terrible pyramid where a Lord of the Dead resides.
Yes, that's my house.
Your house? What are you saying?
I said I am the queen.
Okay, now she's starting to look really scared, and now she's even looking at the house like, maybe that's not such a bad option.
I have some drawings of Lord Nefen. There's no pictures, right? He had some portraits drawn of the two of us, like the king and queen
My
with the
husband
shoulder.
would not heed the word of that terrible monster.
Oh, then I
if
think
it
this is
wasn't
the
so
best
much of
idea
a-
we have.
A word, but more of a threat.
You wandered north. You came across us. Well,
It
Lyra.
sounds like we don't really need to do any lying at all. I am the queen. I just say I would like to take control
But you have
of
already,
this.
you said you have already told him that you have found me.
Yes, I said I'll say I found you,
well, but-
and I'd
That
like
is
to
what we
keep
said.
you.
That was no lie. We said our
We-
friend has the goat. We
Yeah.
want to confirm. Now we found the friend. The friend says, nope, just kidding. I want to keep that goat.
Or I'll tell
My
Lord
goat, and
Nefen.
also I'm a demon.
And Lord Nefen always gives me what I want. It's the truth. And if I
No
want
lies.
this
No lies
goat,
have
I'll
been told.
have the goat.
So that vizier can zone of truth all he wants. He won't find nothing wrong with that, right?
Just to put your mind at ease, she might be queen, but she won't keep you prisoner or anything. Once we're free and going back to Arconis,
It is not that, but I do not believe that my husband Sim Galatel or Cador Rao will acknowledge any rule or authority from this demon from the north or his Dark Queen. I fear all that it will result in is a great battle. For my husband knows no fear, and Cador Rao, as I said, is a great and powerful dark sorcerer.
Okay, I have actually a question.
Uh-huh.
When we purified that water, Was there any amount of it that was not purified? Like the one that was in the plants? Because did we purify that too? The plant water?
You're digging,
I don't
Shay.
know. I roll for that.
I would say, honestly, if you really think about it, it was all within a 5-foot radius, and he was really Epiphany was really concentrating on the water skins and water flasks and stuff. The question really is, would Lyra have brought a flower vase and put it there with all of them? Probably not.
No.
So I'd say it probably is not purified.
What do you want to do with that?
Well, it may well be full of dirt, and
Yeah, it's absorbed
not
into
very
the
pure.
soil.
Oh, it's absorbed into the soil.
That's how plants work.
Well, if they eat the flower, it'll have the same effect.
Really?
Is that true?
All I was saying earlier that the flowers would get us out of a pickle here today, and well, why don't we just give them a gift?
I mean, if
So
we
we're
give them food cooked with the flowers, would that make them lethargic and want to just go or stay? Or
I think it's a good first shot that we should try.
We have about 45 minutes, maybe. You think we're going to have time to make up a flower stew?
All
and
right,
just wait?
what? A cake with some flowers on it. A cake.
I don't even think it would. I don't think it would work.
Epiphany,
Honestly,
please,
Strange
please
and
help.
confusing
Well-
plans. Perhaps we should just flee. It seems like while we still have time.
Okay, so we go to the boats and we try to just get on and get it to leave immediately.
Well,
Before he has time to stop them all?
but the ship that we would need to get upon that will give us safe passage is not here yet.
We can try another boat.
Right. Lassies, you seem to think that maybe he hasn't told anyone at the dock to not let us on a boat yet.
No,
after he just explicitly said, "You will not do anything until I get this goat."
Like an hour ago.
Yeah, I think he probably sent somebody down there to probably say like, "Hey, cut them off. They ain't getting on this boat."
If he did like an hour ago, I might be able to adjust their memory.
Oh, well, in that case,
It might not work,
okay. Well, in that case,
but first we'll know, and then we'll go.
and then we'll alert them that we are there, and we will now be trapped on a dock with Goat Girl right here, and
It's not Goat Girl. Let's just go to the boat and talk to the captain and see what he says.
what captain? It's not her lover, just so you know.
No, just a captain.
Okay, just any old captain. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm just stumped here.
I like my flower idea now.
Of course you do.
My idea is simpler. I mean,
Right now, I kind of like her idea of just running away, because this sounds like we're going straight into
we can
terrible idea.
Sounds like we could do all these ideas. Try them out.
Tiffany,
Like
did you have an idea?
maybe
Baby
ask
girl,
us.
I haven't heard from you this whole time. I need to know
Oh.
what's going on with you.
Well, I've been listening, and if this guy's so evil, it sounds like he does dabble in evil things. We cannot let him keep doing this in town.
The Vizier, we got to get him out.
We can't let him continue to spread his scourge around this land. We have to bring the light of Pelor into this house. We have to bring the light of Pelor into this town.
I
They have
say
to
we
know
just
the right
send him,
way.
send him north. He can deal with Lord Nefen once he gets to the temple.
Send him north. No, we're going to send him
With
north.
the flower.
Well, we're going to
then
send him south, if you know what I mean.
take his head off, and that's going to go north, and then the rest of him's going to go south.
Right.
The vizier was surrounded by people, and apparently her husband has an army.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is the army here?
Did he say an army, or did he just said some man? I think he just said some man.
No, he said he'd send. I was under the impression he had a lot of. Isn't that what you just said? That he has an army
Does he have an army, sweetheart?
with war?
How many? With war? Is that what you just said? Okay, never mind. Hold on, sweetheart.
He
How many
has-
men does he have?
He has many men and others that he could call to his banner if he needed, but please, Do not try to fight him. Simgalatel himself is a great champion, and Cadel Rao, as I said, is very, very, very powerful.
Okay, well,
It
this
will
girl
not
right
end
here.
well. And
This
I do
one right
not
here.
wish my husband harm. After all, he has done nothing wrong.
She can hold a giant eagle down with just like her bare hands. So
Yeah,
we're
I've never
pretty-
seen anything like it.
I know I look like
Stop
a
it.
muffler. She's super
Stop
strong.
it.
Like I've never even seen her before.
Do you want to hear the story about it?
I do not believe we have time. After all,
Okay,
the sun is looking very, very like it very
Well,
soon will be gone. And
fine. It's fine. I'm checking my flowers to see what water is left, by the way. I can't have sucked it up that quickly.
We walked in the desert for like 5 days.
And
I
an
check
awful lot of
anyway.
dirt was shoved down in there as well. Yeah, it's probably a thick mud at the bottom of it. I don't know about water.
I think Tiffany's right. I think that this. What's his name again? Cal.
Cadel
Oh.
Rao.
Yeah, he's gotta go. He's not a good man. He's gotta go. Your husband, we'll get to
Why
that.
would you
But
invite such trouble upon us when we could just leave?
Where would we go?
because that is not what the Lord
all we
Pilor
have to
would
do
want.
is find a way to bide our time until a day or two has passed, and the war sprite rests upon the hill and comes to our rescue.
Okay, forgive me for saying this. I'm gonna be really honest with you. You have not made great decisions in your life. And you are living in a life of sin right now, and that's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that your decision-making skills, sweetheart, currently have been pretty bad, okay? You are 0 for 2 right now. So I think maybe we should take care of your mess and help you out, and you just kind of maybe linger around, I guess, to thank us and get us on that boat in a couple days. What do you say?
But it is the fact that I am so grateful that I do not want to watch you throw your lives away to Cadel Rao.
We won't. We're going
Do
to
you not
defeat him
believe-
because we have the mighty Pilor behind us. But we are
Do you not
not going to be
understand
defeated.
as
Trust me.
Easily as he turned me into a goat, he could turn you into something more sinister.
I dare him to turn me into a goat. I dare him.
Also, we have ways of making sure that doesn't happen.
Exactly. Last year
now-
would
now-
never let that happen.
Now that I know that he would or could, I would be vigilant for that very stopping. I did reverse the spell that he put on you. So our
Okay?
Well, indeed, you appear to be a great and powerful mage yourself. Perhaps you are equal to Cadel Rao, perhaps you are not. I just know that no matter what you try to do, my husband will fight you. And if he does not kill you, you may kill him, and I do not wish to see any of you die. Not when all we have to do is escape. We do not have to kill anybody.
Just, kind of sounds like a bitch move, that's all.
Yeah. I have to agree with Lyra. It's a little more colorful word than I would have used, but I don't like to live my life in shame and fear. So I'm just going to go for it. And if your husband wants to fight me, then bring it on, baby. We'll see how it goes. I'll try my best to be gentle, I promise. But if he's gonna go for it, then I
But
just
let
don't
me
want
do
you
my
to be-
flower thing first, please.
Okay, but I just don't want
The
you to be
whole
a goat
town will
again.
rise against you. You understand this? You will have to fend off commoner as well as armed man. They love him.
Well,
You will
maybe
have
they
to kill
should.
innocent men as well, not just soldiers.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
I mean, I could make myself appear as him and tell everybody to leave town before we confront him.
But where would they go?
Tell them to go north to the Great Eagle in the sand.
Just go have a beach day.
Oh, look at it.
we could tell them that I want them to eat of its meats and celebration of all they've done here.
Sure.
Perhaps
And then they wouldn't be in town. It would
Perhaps
be ghost,
I will
ghost town.
unburden you of my problems. I will run north by myself. You will tell him I escaped from you.
Okay.
And then, perhaps, only I will be caught, and I will be punished, and only I have to suffer and die. The rest of you and all of the people here of Amk Tamar will avoid bloodshed.
Well, if you do want to run north, you can go find my temple and hang out there till Lord Nefen gets back, and you can say that I've gone and you're replacing as queen.
I do not
Don't you want to
believe
be
I
queen?
would make it through the desert. The many days it would take to get there, but
Would you like us to turn you back into a goat so you have a little bit more survival skills while you're out there?
I think I would rather die in the desert than die as a goat.
I'll just troubleshoot. Just try.
Are you sure you don't want us to just go on that big boat down there right now? And if the captain wasn't convinced, I can make him hopefully convinced. And then we could just say that he wants us, your husband wants us to leave now.
Are you referring to the great galleon that is in the harbor
Sure.
now?
Yeah.
That ship belongs to my husband. It is his vessel.
So I could look like him and we could go together.
We could just go. Do you have sailing skills, Lasticus? I mean, sure, I have some. I have some, but it'd be nice to have someone aboard who knows what they're doing.
Actually, that's technically my background, so yeah, I got that.
But
Is it really?
then
Sure is. Yeah.
perhaps
What?
there is
I
another
forgot
option.
all about your sailing skills.
Of course, my sailing
Why
days.
didn't you mention it
Oh.
earlier? We should
What?
absolutely skirt around the town, go take that galley and get out of here.
Well, before my days in the cloister, I don't, excuse my French, but I was a bit of a sail slut. But those days are behind me now. Those days are behind me. Those days are behind me. Praise
What?
Keyword for
I
that.
promised you wouldn't talk about that.
Okay,
What?
my point is that I do have some skills. I do have some skills.
What is the other option?
Well,
Well, we go in there and just kill everyone.
Or she just goes north
I
and we
like
just
that
go on our
idea.
merry way.
I like the idea.
I don't
where
want
we
to kill
all the bad-
everyone.
all the bad men
While-
that are doing terrible things.
the galleon is full of my husband's men, and while I am no skilled sailor myself, I do know that such a small accompaniment of crew as us would not be able to reg and prepare and get the galleon underway by ourselves. It requires many men. But there are smaller vessels in the harbor. Ones perhaps that could not cross the ocean, but
Get us to the next town.
maybe at least we could make our way out into the sea and hope that we can bridge the gap between the War Sprite and maybe get to the War Sprite a day sooner. Perhaps if we travel to it and it's traveling to Amk
Well-
Tamar.
Won't it want to dock here after such a long travel?
But surely once the good captain realizes that I am fleeing for my life, he would offer us protection and perhaps forego staying here.
Let's do that.
And if he doesn't like seeing you for some reason and says no thanks,
It was merely a single night of passion and pleasure, to be sure. We made no promises to each other, but
Well, maybe you could offer him another.
horn up again,
Yes.
kitty.
Excuse me.
What is what I said so wrong?
I think that is the best shot. We should skirt west around the town here, head to the dock,
That-
and take one of
yes.
the little boats.
Let's go.
Okay.
As long
Fine.
as
I
of
still have
course,
passed without a trace on, so we'll be
You-
okay.
you should allow me to be the one to steal the boat. After all, stealing is a terrible crime within itself.
Okay.
If we are to steal the vessel from a poor fisherman, it should be I that have already committed crimes that I cannot be redeemed for.
We could
We'll,
just.
we'll leave him. We'll leave him some gold to get another one.
Yeah, we just
Right. We're not committing a crime. No. We're not committing a crime. We're helping this young lady escape. And whatever means necessary.
A fishing vessel is considered one of great value, for it feeds the community here.
I understand that.
If we take it, we are stealing from the entire town, robbing the livelihood of many. But one that I am willing to do.
Well, perhaps the boat will float back here once we hop on the other one.
Can't you just... Well, no. I mean, we would... It would be a temporary. We would take it and we'd pay the fishermen for the day, because once we go with the other ship, then the fishermen would come back. So it's not stolen.
I think we should just commandeer the ship as something that Pelor would need for us to get to where we need to go to do the righteous thing we're about to do. So I think we should just go for it.
Do you think you could convince a fisherman to take us?
Oh, I think we could.
I think Elasticus could.
Yes. Let's do that.
Yes, let's just do it
Okay,
now.
let's go. We've got like 5 minutes. We gotta go. You see the sun? I can't. That's the problem.
Yeah,
let's go.
The sun is like a little
Yeah.
slight crest above the horizon at the moment.
We gotta skedaddle, guys. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, is that what you want to try to do?
Yeah, we're gonna walk around the town and go to the first boat we come across with a person on it that we could possibly talk to.
There's not going to be any people on either of the smaller boats at this time of night. They're just moored up. There are definitely lights.
Perhaps we can pay someone on the other ship to jump in and take it back.
That's the one that you probably. That's the one that belongs.
Let's just take this small boat then.
Yeah, I like Elasticus is completely okay with that plan.
Well,
I mean, it's about the other two, really.
Let's go.
You'll steal a boat.
No, I know she will. I'm thinking about the Pelorians.
I mean, at this point, her punishment is death.
Yeah.
Having both her hands chopped off for committing a crime is not a big deal to her.
Right.
Well, I think once we get to the other boat, we could probably pay some person on the crew to just take this one back.
Sure.
Yep, we'll make it right. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's easy to unmoor this boat, and it's a small vessel. So, Amphiphony, you say you have a background in sailing?
I do.
All right.
Surprising.
That's
I
good
really
enough for
do.
me. I mean, a single person could man this boat, so you guys can raise a sail and skedaddle.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Off we
Well,
go.
then, you unmoor the boat and begin to sail off. As you kind of like begin to drift away from the shoreline, you can see torchlights and stuff beginning to funnel out of that building, and as people start to wander around in small groups, it's obvious that they are out there now looking, but
We're not there.
doesn't appear that they're necessarily immediately assuming, I bet they stole a boat. Okay. However, this boat itself is a small coastal fishing vessel. It is not designed to weather any arduous storms or anything like that. So it does definitely make you feel a little uneasy as you get further and further away and the waves begin to get a little larger. Now, so tell me about this background in sailing of yours. Are we talking about you used to hang around on a fishing ship and cast a couple of lines, or what's the deal?
Well, my father, you see, my family, I am 4th generation Pelor acolyte, I guess you could say, whatever the word you want to use is. Been close to my Pelor for 3rd generations now, and we used to go all over. We used to make pilgrimages, and we used to really go out and spread the word. And because my family was so into sailing, and they just like to be on the big ocean blue, we would be the ones who would make those trans-ocean voyages over to other lands. So I was grown up. I was growing up rocking and rolling on a ship. So I'm very at home.
So you were a very accomplished sailor then. It's fair to say. Okay. In that case, I will. Let's see. Give me. Really, this would have to come down to. But I just don't feel that that's a skill that you'd have done anything with. Give me a wisdom roll.
Just straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom, yeah. Obviously, you'll have your pluses. Because I think this is more about you're learning 5. To, you're basically reading the waves. Oh, yeah, okay. It gets pretty rough. Anybody that's seasick is probably hurling. You're kind of heaving and hawing across the waves, and Fiffany is really having to constantly adjust the sails and work this and shift the boat this way to ride that wave. And I mean, it's a hard, strenuous job. And there are times when she's probably screaming at you guys to do this and do that. However, it is not. You've probably been at sea for close to a day when ahead of you, cutting through the waves, you can see a huge, big, massive galleon. Mm-hmm. However, there's a slightly unpleasant sight as you notice that the very front, the figurehead, is a giant skull. She points and eagerly screams, "Ah! The war sprite! It comes! It comes!"
Well, shit.
And the huge vessel begins to adjust its course. Clearly, it has seen you and is moving in your direction. The massive vessel pulls up next to you. It is armed across the bows. You can see giant ballistas, all kind of lined up. As I said, a huge skull of what must be some ginormous humanoid is the figurehead itself. And ropes begin to drop as the crew eagerly lower the ropes to help you up onto the ship itself.
You first, Alessandra.
Okay. She scrambles up the side of the ship, and gets on board the massive vessel. I
want to see what happens to her before I do anything.
Okay. She's up the top. You can kind of see her motioning and raising her arms. And an individual kind of points to the back of the ship and she runs off. A toothy sailor looks down and says, "Who's next?"
Yeah, I'll climb.
Okay. All right. You climb up to the top. And eventually, is everybody going up, or does anyone want to stay behind and die on this deck of this crowd?
I'm gonna go. Can we bring a rope up that's attached to the boat so we can attach it to the ship for now?
Sure.
Okay.
Righty.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll climb up.
You clamber up the vessel. Zoom in a little bit for everybody in chat and you guys. Okay. The young girl you can see is up at the back of the vessel near where the steering mechanism is, and she comes down with her arm kind of wrapped firmly around the waist of an individual. He's a tall, skinny man with kind of like dark clothes and tunics, a moustache and blonde hair, and he says, "Hello, who do we have here?" "Captain James Beecham. Pleasure to meet you." And we will end it there for the night.
Yes! Beecham! Hey everyone, Shag-It here. Thank you for watching our 10th campaign on How Reroll set in Akonis. That means I've done 10 of these outros, and while I usually try to be creative or unique or funny, I figured with the 10th one I should just shoot straight, especially considering this campaign is gearing up to be the funniest we've done. At least, I hope so. I mean, how would I know? Follow me on Twitter at ineb_combos, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shag-It. Take solace in the fact that I didn't read off of a script this time. And that shows how bad this really is. But thanks. See you guys.
Hi, I'm Jade and I play
Hello,
Lyra Grant.
it's me, Lyra, the legendary ranger, at your service. You know me already, but what you didn't know is I've been playing Jane on How Reroll for the past 8 years now. I've done it. I've spoken my truth. I've let the cat out of the bag, alright? It's just me with a baseball cap on, that's it. So if you'd like to follow my character Jane on Twitter, you may do so at Jane on Twitch with a 0, not an O. And you're probably wondering, Lyra, what's that beautiful crown that adorns your head? Well, when people start calling you queen, you must look the part. So, dragons need slaying, people need saving, yada yada yada. I have to go, so busy. Alright, toodaloo, goodbye. Oh, and peace, suckers.
Our next and final contestant here at the Outro Olympics, Matt Patullo from How Reroll. He is bursting with potential, teeming with talent, but just can't get his technical game tightened up enough to bring home the gold. He's been working hard in the off-season. Let's see if he can put something together here magical, bring home the gold.
Streamer ready.
Hi, the Snuggler, Instagram, _, Twitter, Matty Sweet Tweet. Thank you for watching. Yes, he has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, he has done it. What a great day for How Reroll. What a great day for humankind.
What do you know? All 20s. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. It is I, Christy. You may know me from such campaign as the last one. Anyway, now that I'm a seasoned D&D player and streamer, I'm sure you're going to be wanting more of my excellent content. You can find me in that, but mostly me, on our D&D podcast, New Crits on the Block. And if you just can't get enough of my perfect eye for wit and whimsy, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Tactics. Anyway, I should get back to this delicious glass of 20s. Cheers!
Hi there, I'm G.O.A.T. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How Reroll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter at G.O.A.T. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related, and of course you can follow me on twitch.tv/G.O.A.T. Also guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How Reroll, follow us on Twitter at How Reroll, check out the website www.howreroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers guys!